All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Village of Royal Palm Beach Special Magistrate hearing for Wednesday, May 10th, 2023. As I like to say, if you have a code enforcement issue, you're in the right place. My name's Doug McIbbon. I'm the Special Magistrate. The first thing we're going to do is swear everyone in. This will happen 2 or 3 times as strays come through. Everyone raise your right hand. Say, I do, and we're done. Does everyone swear or affirm the testimony they're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Say, I do. Mickey girl figured it out in the middle. Okay. All right, most of our hearings today are either going to be violation hearings or fine assessment hearings, and they will proceed as follows. You will hear your name being called. You will go up to that other podium right over there and tell us who you are, your name and your address. The village will show you some documents. They'll present their case. You can question their witnesses if you wish, and you can present your case, calling witnesses and doing whatever else. Those they're asking for. I think we only have one. Oh, he's already. Royal Palm. I love watching people try to dig out their to sell you up or something exciting like that. So.
Thank you, sir. Amity Barnard, village attorney. We're starting on the agenda. Fine assessment hearings on page 2, case 22-1815-9990 Belvedere Road, Walmart Stores East LP.
I would like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, the order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 3, pictures.
Nothing like starting out with the biggest. Please identify yourself for the record, sir.
Good afternoon, Special Magistrate. For the record, Wes Hevia, outside counsel for Walmart. I'm also joined by the new store manager for this location, Landon Moore.
All right, would you like to spell us your last name so that we don't go get confused?
Absolutely. My last name is spelled H-E-V as in Victor, I-A. First name, Wesley.
The West was easy.
Yeah, sure thing.
So just for a note, the pallets of cardboard and plastic in rear store is not on here.
All right, so that's just off?
Yep.
Draw a line through it. Okay.
Everything else stays in the code
Would
section.
you like to enter into evidence? The previous order, you were here at the previous hearing. The certified mail. Second one is verification of ownership.
Yep.
Photographs, which are also on the screen, which I'll keep when I get back
Sure
over
thing.
there. Any objection to these documents?
No objection.
All right, admitted without objection.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell us our story about Walmart. And you have service via stamp green card, I guess.
So this was at the March hearing was your prior order, which is in front of you, required compliance by April 27th. They're still out of compliance, so we're asking for a fine to start running today. It's been out for 13 days, so $650 and continuing.
Okay, is that it?
Yes.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Your,
Mr. Hivia,
thank you, Your Honor.
take it away.
Sure thing. So we were privileged to walk the site with Supervisor Walker a couple weeks ago to get a better understanding of the full scope of what's required to remediate. We were joined by the new store manager and also by the landscaping consultant, Nunez Landscaping. Essentially, there are a few items that are not resolved and will not be resolved really for a couple weeks, probably 2 months. The first and foremost being what's on your screen now, which is the parking lot. So the violation is for parking lot in disrepair. It's quite clear based on our walk with Supervisor Walker that the request is to basically redo the entire parking lot. Not sure if you're familiar with this location. It is rather large. It's an extensive job. Walmart is engaging the appropriate professionals and is going through their process to get that done. It's just going to take some time and obviously some expense, and they're just working on it. We anticipate about 2 months, and that's just a fact that we cannot avoid on our end. Similarly, on the garden screening, which is this netting that surrounds the garden center, one panel has been removed. There are other panels that we identified on the walk that are torn. Walmart has ordered an entire, and I think they're going to flip to it, but Walmart has ordered all new panels, just out of an abundance of caution because they are quite old. They were on back order, as I indicated in the last hearing. We're now being told 6 to 8 weeks. So those are two sub-issues which will take a minimum of about 2 months in order to resolve. Additionally, we had one of the other major components here is landscaping dead or dying. Again, we walked with the supervisor. We identified some remedial landscaping that had been installed under an open landscaping permit in response to this violation. However, it was determined during this walk that the plantings were not to the appropriate sizing, so they will need to be removed and replaced with the proper sizing. Additionally, Ms. Walker informed us that there are other deficiencies throughout the sites that needs to be appropriately scoped and executed. The landscaping consultant is engaged. They were on that walk, and it's just going to take time. That one is less than 2 months. We anticipate about 30 days, maybe less, to get that portion of it done. The other components, missing pallets, cardboard, plastic in the rear, I think Ms. Walker would agree that that has been resolved, and we have the store manager here who can also attest that that is resolved, and that is at the top of his list. I think that covers it. Let me know if I'm missing anything, Supervisor, but essentially we're just respectfully asking for a little more time. Mr. Moore, did I cover everything? Do you have anything else to add?
No, okay.
A little loud.
Yeah. No, I just want to reiterate that obviously we're fully committed to getting all the violations in line. We have multiple teams at the store level and at the home office level working really hard to get it, and especially some of the bigger bucket list items that take a little bit longer time, but we are fully committed.
Okay. You're asking me if I know the store. I'm a Royal Palm Beach resident. I live across the street, basically.
Yes,
My wife was there today. She said it was a very good day to go visit Walmart. There's actually parking. So, yeah, your parking lot's been messed up forever. It's this wonderful cut through almost. But, yeah, the lot is in horrible shape. The building was in bad shape. I think you finally started working on that. We had some painting issues and other things, the screening issues. So they're asking for more time to do their job. And what does the village say?
Our position is that this has taken a long time to get even to this hearing, and that the fines start running. They can obviously come back once it's fully complied, then request mitigation. I'm not sure that there'll be support for that. But some of these things have been in disrepair for a significant amount of time.
Just like this area here, I identified this to you guys on our walk as that this is a big tripping hazard. I mean, you can see it's holding water today. We did not have any rain today. So, and nobody threw a cold patch in it or anything. Nothing was done to this. So, again, this is, maybe how did you zoom in on it? It is a big tripping hazard. I mean, you can see, this is that one aisle that we walked down, and I said, you guys need to get something in this before you do anything else, just to remediate anything that may happen. So.
And what she's saying basically to me is she gave you a chance to do something, to show some, bona fides on this, that you're going to do it, and you looked at it and went, nah, we'll wait a couple months.
I can assure you, sir, that's yeah.
I just,
Understood. Yeah.
it's like, I do a lot of boards, and one of the things I do on most of my boards is, first, if people show up, they get more consideration. And the second is, they also get rewarded if they exercise some sort of effort towards these items. And right now, all I've heard is someone has removed a panel that was the worst. And now we're trying to book people to go look at things, and what we planted was the wrong size. I'm trying to sort of balance that against they've had to put up with this forever, and I've watched this Walmart deteriorate over the years.
And just to add, this Supervisor Walker cited this in November, so we're 6 months from the date of her initiating the case. So
Yeah, I can't even remember some other new manager guy coming in here. I don't know.
there was somebody else at the previous hearing. You're right. I don't
Yeah,
remember his
I
name.
mean, it's
That
like,
was a
here's
different
my newest new
I mean,
manager.
that was a different case. I think a different Walmart case.
So, I don't see the effort on this side. I mean, if you were throwing coal patches and you got things in there, I'd be like, see, they're trying, but right now I see they're not trying much. So I'm gonna just go with the village's request at this time. We had an outstanding order that has not been complied with, and we're gonna start a fine, and you can stop it as soon as these things get fixed, and then come back for a fine reduction hearing. So, what is the amount of the fine? And
It's been out of compliance for 13 days at $50 a day, so
so
$650 and
plus
continuing.
is granted.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I wasn't able to hear that.
It's 13 days, $50 a day, $650 plus continuing until remediated.
$15 $50 from today plus the accumulated amount.
Yes.
Okay.
$50 from the $50 fine started on
From
April
7th.
28th,
Okay.
the next day after the compliance date.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Supervisor Walker, may I ask? There was also the roller case. Has that been complied?
Mhm.
It's not on today's agenda. Okay.
Yeah, so, they still need to get the inspection on that.
Yes.
It went through,
Thank you, Your Honor.
That was my roller case. Take care.
Next, 4050 Crestwood Court North, CMC Management.
I would like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1 is the order finding violation,
Much easier.
and Exhibit 2 is the division of corporations showing ownership.
Okay.
Thank you.
And you have an exhibit, whatever.
My
green
name's
card on
Grace
there, too.
Corelli.
Green card's there
Treasurer.
too.
John Anagностopoulos, property manager. You want me to spell the last name?
Oh, please.
ANA GNO STOPOULOS.
These are the exhibits the village would like to enter into evidence. Exhibit 1 is the previous order finding violation.
I said Mr.
Page 2 of the order. Exhibit 2 is the division of corporations information for the condominium
Stop.
association.
OU loss.
And that's it.
That's,
Any objections to those documents?
LOS.
no.
I also have a few to give if you want to make copies for this. This is what we have done so far.
There-
I don't know if the magistrate needs to see this.
Yeah, I'll look at it. So you want to enter these into the record?
Yes.
Please.
I'll look at them and I'm going to hand them to him and then you can explain to him.
Not a problem.
OULOS. We're just playing with your name forever. All right,
Still
so I
learning.
have a signed green card that's flying down here. A copy of my former order. From last months ago. All right, tell me about this one.
They handed some documents they'd like to enter into the record as well, so we're reviewing those now. Just give us a moment.
Sure.
He's going to explain them too.
Admitted without objection. What am I looking at?
The gentleman is going to explain them to you, he said as well.
Okay.
Did you get the woman's name? Ma'am, I'm sorry, can you repeat your name again, ma'am?
Mine?
Yes, ma'am.
Grace Corelli.
Grace Corelli, thank you. Two L's on your
Yes.
name? Thank you.
Okay. So who's going when?
If you, sir, do you want to explain what you handed?
Yes, we've started the paperwork on completing the gate. We've already done the electrical part of the gate and did it ahead of time. All that needs to be done is double checked by the city. The fence and gate people have came over and then was requested by the village to get an engineer to draw out the specs. On one of those papers, you should have the engineer's paperwork started. Of course, it hasn't been filed with the city. I would have loved it to be filed so I can show you then, but that is not the case. But at least we are showing progress.
We were unaware that the engineering permits had to be filed.
That was brought in a few days ago, yeah. So we will be needing an extension from what I see, the way the work is progressing from the fence company. But the electrical part is done and it's safe.
Well, it'll be safe when it's permitted and inspected.
Absolutely.
So, oh, we have another face over here. Is she going to say something?
My name is Fire Safety Specialist Cindy Campbell from Palm Beach County Fire Rescue. We do have an objection to any kind of extension. This is
In litigation for easement agreement.
And
They
that,
Litigating it with them.
it sounds like between you and your neighbor for permitting and gates.
Well, it's
But
in
according
writing.
to the fire people here, y'all are just taking way too long to do this stuff and you're endangering people's lives. Am I correct?
That's not endangering people's lives.
Okay. It doesn't
I mean, that's
matter if people can't get in and get the ambulances for the heart attacks.
gate
No,
is
no,
operating,
no.
Your
The
Honor. And the
gate
other
is
things-
operational. The gate's operational. The Knox box is there. It just was not permitted at all.
properly.
Right.
Well, not permitted at all or not permitted properly. So,
The difficulty, this is much like the case you just heard. The difficulty is your previous order was from March 10th and it required compliance by April 27th. Some of the paperwork you're looking at is dated as of just a few days ago. So your previous order
5,
required them,
6.
right, to comply by that date. They didn't, so we're asking for the fine to start running again, 650 and continuing.
Yeah.
From-
I mean, how long has this been going on? So 2 years
February 2020.
now? February of 2020, and you're in litigation, and you know
The
That
permit
may or
wa-
may
the
not be
permit
your
was
fault.
filed. We were just unaware
I just want to know,
about the engineering part
the
of the
permits-
permit.
the permit's just been sitting for 8 days with your contractor. It's not moving forward at all.
You've given it back to the contractor?
It's been with him for 8 days for corrections. He's not sent it back.
so. Here I am again. So I have a 2 or 3 year old case with very little progress, and we have permits that are all shoved in here at the last minute, later than the last order says. You didn't even try to get them in earlier than that. looking over here towards the Royal Palm Beach side, you know, they don't have to wait for all this to happen. They've been waiting a long time. So, what is it, 650 plus continuing?
Yeah, 13 days at $50, so 650 and continuing.
Now, if you ever get this done, please tell them so they can stop the fine. You can come in and ask for a fine reduction hearing, and then you can tell me all about the litigation. Being a trial attorney, I love these stories, so, you know, I'll probably listen to it and you know, be somewhat sympathetic if you have to sue your neighbors to get a permit issue.
Okay, we thought we were doing what we were supposed to be doing, and as far as we were aware, Linda didn't tell us that we needed this engineering permit. We just found out just recently.
Well, you as the property owners are supposed to be knowledgeable about what you need to do for your properties. You're really not supposed to go run to the town and say, what do we need? You're supposed to have professionals that do that.
Well, we did hire the professionals, sir, and
And they're not helping you out by not responding to the
by not telling
villages.
us what's going on.
I guess we
Yeah.
were not aware that it's been sitting on their desk for 8 days.
And also the gate was moved without our knowledge, well, with our knowledge, but without our knowledge of it being moved without a permit. So we found out later on. That's why it's been ongoing for 2 years. It's
Right.
not like we've been pushing it on the side.
No, I'm just saying it sounds like a great fine reduction, you know, argument, but right now,
Right now, yes.
we're gonna have to just deal with where we are, which is I signed an order a month or so ago that had a compliance date, and that date's rolled by.
And at the speed that this is going,
Yeah, well, hopefully you will go kick your engineer and, or whoever your the continuing is granted.
Thank you.
Okay, we're running out of fines, so violations.
yes.
Linda, do you have a card so you can email you?
Hunter does.
Stack of them.
You give him mine. She made sure she got my cards today.
All right, now we're going to special magistrate to page 3 violation hearings. Second one down, 23-0028, 1354 McDermott Lane. Julian A. Sanchez and Yadiris Lopez.
I'm looking at the Dove Circle.
Dina Foley, Code Officer for the Village of Royal Palm. The code section is 622-108.4, pavers installed without a permit. I observed this on 1/13/23. The notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 1/17/23 and was signed for on 1/20/23. The notice of hearing sent out certified mail 3/29/23 and was signed for on 4/13/23. We would like to enter the following into evidence: Exhibit 1, notice of violation; Exhibit 2, notice of hearing; Exhibit 3, verification of ownership; and Exhibit 4, pictures.
All right, you have a signed green card, so you have service, you can proceed.
Your name for the record, sir?
Julian Acosta.
Thank you. Those documents I just handed you are the exhibits the village would like to enter into evidence. The first one is the notice of violation. The second one is,
I'm sorry, can you speak slowly because I understand English but not that fast.
No habla tan rápido. Slow down a little.
I don't know what well, I know, we'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. Hold on. Everyone be calm. Everything's fine. Sir, the documents I handed you are the exhibits the village would like to enter into evidence.
Yeah, that's
No, we know. I'll get there. Just
Yeah, let her
Yeah,
do her
that-
job her way.
this one said my name and my address.
yes, it's the notice documents for tonight. Any objection to those, sir?
No.
Thank you, sir. There it is. He didn't have any objections, special magistrate, to the.
All right, admitted without objection. I was just getting dizzy watching the pictures. go
Sorry,
by.
I'm trying to get to the right ones.
Okay, so
They're under the fence.
papers run to the fence. There's something parked on it?
Yes.
Looks like a vehicle of some kind,
Yes,
maybe?
a truck.
Okay. So they say you put pavers in a truck behind that fence.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you?
Yes.
Put pavers in the truck behind the fence?
In the truck, you
No,
say?
the pavers. So they're saying that the pavers need to be permitted.
Yeah, I did. I'm following, trying to get the permission, and I've been coming here. I already paid for the permit and everything, but it's like
So he's
every
he's in
time I come.
progress, I take it.
You need to go in though in your email and read the notes because Etsy sent you stuff for you to follow up on and you haven't done that. That's why it's just sitting there.
It's
So
There are things that they're telling you you need to fix or change or add to on your permit before they can even review it. So
Yes.
if you're not going to do that, they're not going to review it, and then you're going to get fined. So you need to go there, or you need to come down and talk to Hunter and go through there to see what needs to be changed or fixed.
I get through the process. I came here, I did all the points, but then I get more points, and then I'm doing it. The system is very um
Not
um
user friendly.
it's not like but I'm trying to get
Okay.
my best and doing it. I already paid for the permit and everything. I don't know why.
Well, they're
cannot.
saying that there are things that are missing.
So
So it may be
I-
the calculation of the impervious surface, how much
his
paver you
drawings
have.
need to show more.
So-
So
Yeah, your drawings aren't showing the detail that you need to show so they can evaluate it properly.
there was
It
a
probably needs
confusion.
to have some measurements on it and other things so they can tell you. Do you know what impervious surface is?
Yes.
That's usually your driveway, your foundation,
Mhm.
place where rain can't go through.
Hmm.
You're allowed a certain percentage of coverage at your house,
Yes.
and you probably are under that because most people are, but you have to give the dimensions, the size, so they can calculate what your existing house is, what your existing driveways are, and what the new pavers are, so it all comes out under the level that you're allowed to do it. And if you're not going to correct these things, they're never going to issue you a permit. So it doesn't matter if you paid. It could be anyone who pays and puts their name on a permit and never fills anything out and says, oh, look, I'm going. So that's the problem. You need to finish filling it out. They're going to give you more time. How
Yeah.
much time?
Anything else?
I just wanted, did you call Etsy? Joe gave you Etsy's phone number?
Never answered. I get a
Never
phone number
answered?
from a lady that doesn't work for the city.
Okay, because that's who you need to speak with. She can go over it with you in Spanish.
But I'm sorry. I did the calculation and I wrote it down, but the mistake was that on the survey, I did my remarks, but I didn't know that was gonna be printed, so I missed to write down some measurement on that survey, but I didn't know that
Official
was
help,
like
right.
it's gonna be
Yeah,
official.
She's asking for other things as well,
So-
not just that.
Yeah, I know that in the survey I did remarks for myself just to get the whole dimensions on the impervious.
But they're also saying there are other things missing.
Yeah, like
So
Like,
you need to talk
the
to them to see
plans?
what to get it
The
filled
best
out.
thing for him to do is to call the appropriate person so they can explain exactly what to do.
Yeah, you need
And
to
he'll
call
be given
somebody.
time to do it.
All right, how much? What time are you talking about? Right now?
Compliance by June 29th or the July 12th fine assessment hearing or $25 a day fine.
So 6/29, 7 what?
12.
7/12/25. All right, so they're saying that as long as you get your permit issued by June 29th, and this is the beginning of May, so that gives you almost a month and a half, you will be fine. But you have to go talk to the people and answer their questions so they can finish reviewing the permit.
yeah, I'm
Right.
doing that. Yeah.
And you're not doing that. You need to be doing that.
Oh yes, I'm sorry,
So
but
you need to talk
I've
to
been
the right
doing
person,
that.
or you need to read your emails and correct these things.
The
And
thing
they're
is,
trying to help you, but if you're not responding, you're not doing it. Okay?
I
so you
respond
need to-
to every email. I'm sorry to
You're
but
not
I'm-
responding to the emails that they're sending, because if you did, you would fill out the permit properly, and we would not be here. They would be reviewing the permit. Right now, we have an
If you're
incomplete.
able to come into the office sometime this week, then we can have somebody from planning and zoning come down and speak to you.
I came twice last week, so I
Right.
didn't get the.
But I don't think you've spoken to planning and zoning yet, so they're the ones that are going to be able to help you with what she's asking for.
All right, 629-712-25 is granted. You need to go talk to these people and get your permit issued. Then you'll be
The
fine.
thing is, if I get the wrong phone number and nobody answer, how can I speak with these people?
You
'Cause
need
like,
to go walk
last-
in the door and
But
talk to
there's
this
no
lady
door,
and talk
'cause-
to this lady right here,
yes.
and then she'll get the right people downstairs to talk to you. Otherwise, I will see you in another month or two, and I will fine you. So you can figure it out, or you can just ignore it. I don't care whether
I
either
spoke with
way.
Miss Foley. I could get communication with Miss Foley, but with the other lady that I was supposed to talk, she never answered. And then there's no office for that lady because I asked
We
last
can have you
week.
speak to her director though,
So
who's in
call
charge
that
of.
number tomorrow. Call the number I just handed you. Call that.
So I
That'll call
can-
Dina, and we'll get you to the right person.
This week, this morning, I was in that office, and then I called. Multiple time. I tried to do my best to. But
We're just saying this two or
I am
three
the
times
small.
now.
I am the small people here, so I always lose. So I don't know. I'm trying to do my best, but if this is the way it is,
Call her tomorrow, and she'll send you the right place. Okay.
okay.
629-712-25 granted.
Thank you. Next one is 23-0060-1056 Grandview Circle, Rachel S. Kelly and Nicholas W. Lawrence.
Code section 622-105.5, permit 221403 is expired. This was written on 1/25/23. The notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 1/26/23 and was posted. The notice of hearing was sent out certified mail on 4/4/23 and was signed for on 4/6/23. We would like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, permit information. Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
Okay, so he complied in time, right?
Yeah, no, this is a finding of fact. He didn't comply by the time specified in the notice, but
But he
your name,
complied.
sir? Yes, he did comply.
My name's Nicholas Lawrence.
Thank you,
Hi,
sir.
Mr. Lawrence, we're just going through a little exercise here. They say you were supposed to comply by some date, but you didn't, but you finally did, so what is this case? A permit case has expired, so it's not gonna be a big deal.
Well,
Right.
just make sure you get your final inspection if you haven't yet, because otherwise, this is what this means. It could be a repeat violation if this comes back to us, so just make sure you get your final inspection.
Okay, yeah, the inspection company contacted me on May 5th. I talked to them, and they said, because I'm still missing a piece from one of the windows, so they said there's really no point in them coming out currently. So I contacted Lowe's, and they put in a work order with the company who installed the windows and doors. They're going to send someone out within the next week to do a repair order to see what part it is. And if Lowe's cannot get it, they will contact the window company directly to have it come out. So
Well, you're good for 6 months, but just make sure
Okay.
that gets done.
Yeah,
otherwise
you
it's
got
a
your
repeat.
permit issued, unlike the guy before you.
just trust me, we're not happy with this because I mean it took them 6 months alone just to get the door replaced. So I'm
I've
not happy
heard-
with sitting around waiting for this for windows and doors that should have been done within a few months after installation.
Oh, yeah, you're not the only story I've heard from these big companies that work for, work through Costco's and the Home Depots and the Lowe's of the world.
Yeah.
They contract it all out, and then they have quality control issues,
Mm-hmm.
and they are not nearly as excited about helping fix things as they are signing you up.
Okay. Yeah, and Lowe's also said I guess they renewed or I guess extended the lease. I
No,
don't
they,
know if
they extended your permit,
okay.
so you have 6 months to get it
Okay.
inspected and cleared, which means you've got time to get your part in. And when the second you get your part in, call the village and have them come out to do the inspection.
Okay, and I'll just call I guess there's a phone number on one of these pieces of papers or
Call the permit, you call
Okay.
the building department.
The building department. And once the second it's done, just call them and they'll come out and inspect, and then you'll be done. Your permit will be, I don't know, CO'd, whatever they do to it, final,
Finaled out, yeah.
whatever the proper building permit term is. They're just going to write it. Keep copies.
Okay,
I
perfect.
mean, I have fence permits. I had playground type stuff permits. It's all in a drawer. I just keep it in case they lose it.
Will do.
Okay. You'll get something called a finding of fact. It's going to be an order saying that you renewed your permit basically, but don't do this again, which means just get it inspected so you're
Okay.
done. Okay.
And before he leaves, sir, Special Magistrate, for the record, do you have any objection to those documents I handed you? That's the notice documents for tonight, the permit information. Any objection to just the paperwork?
No.
All right, admitted
right,
without
thank you.
objection. She's a very stickler for the rule kind of person. All right, you'll get a finding of fact in the mail. Just keep on top of your Lowe's
Okay.
folks, and the second that last piece is in there, call them for an inspection.
Will do.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next case is the next one down, 23-0062, 122 Royal Pines Circle North, Honeylito Simon and Lenora Ma Simon. Yeah, but just read them separate.
I'm here.
I didn't have them this year.
I'm Hanilito Simon.
Wait 1 second. They're still.
The top one you said? Yeah, I didn't have them this year, so we'll have to go back. I'll do it at the end of this page.
Okay. All right, tell us who you are, sir.
I'm Hanilito Simon, Honeylito.
Oh, we have you on, or they have you because of your name on the deed, so we have your spelling. All right, Mr. Simon is here.
Okay, Code Section 622-105.5, permit 192747 is expired. This was written on 1/25/23. The notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 1/26/23 and was posted on the property. The notice of hearing was sent out certified mail on 4/1/23 and was signed for on 4/5/23. We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, permit information. And Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
Oh, you're batting 1,000 right now, 2 for 2. You have anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Now you're going to be another finding of fact.
No, if we can do the cases separately since they're violations. Let's
Okay.
deal with one at a time.
All right, so we see your permit information. They're duplicate copies. They'll return them to you because hopefully they have them.
Sir, do you have any objection to the papers that I just handed you? That's the exhibits the village would like to enter into the record.
Yes. Yes.
Any objection to those documents, or are you okay with the papers?
No.
Okay,
All right,
thank you,
admitted
sir.
without objection. So this should be another simple one too. Okay, so just a finding of fact. All right, so you have your permit already re-upped or reissued, whatever the renewed, whatever the proper reword is. So you have 6 months to get it done and inspected. Do we know what kind of permit this is? Was?
I don't write them down anymore.
Just for fun.
No, I don't.
All right, so whatever this permit was for, you're going to have to get it inspected now that it's reissued. I don't know if it's done. It should have been done
Yeah, the job
somewhere
is done.
between 2019 and now. Windows?
Yeah, the job is done, but the problem was my contractor got sick during the pandemic, so I was not aware that he did not clear that permit until I get the notice.
Okay,
So we reapplied, and we're waiting for the notice of commencement so we can reschedule for final inspection.
good. Well, hopefully all your windows are in better than the last guy, and you'll be able to walk out of here and be done. So the finding of fact is granted.
Thank you. He actually has another case too.
We have the next one. Oh, we have one more
Yep.
permit.
23-0063, 122 Royal Pine Circle North, Honeylito Simon and Lenora Ma Simon.
Code Section 622-105.5, permit is expired. 192746, this was for a re-roof. This was written on 1/25/23. The notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 1/26/23 and was posted. The notice of hearing was sent out certified mail on 4/1/23 and was signed for on 4/5/23. We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, permit information. Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
All right, so this permit has also been renewed, so you just have to get it. This was a roof permit, so I assume the roof was put on, and you probably just need to go call for an inspection. That's it.
Any objection again to those documents, sir?
No.
Okay,
All right,
thank
admitted
you.
without objection, finding of fact is granted.
Thank
So
you.
I have 6 months if I cannot get it final
If
inspected.
anything else needs to be done, you have 6 months to do it in. If it's all done, call for an inspection.
Okay.
If it looks like it's done, call for an inspection, see if it passes.
Yeah.
And if it fails, at least you have more time to fix it.
Yeah, as soon as I get the notice of commencement, I'll be on a schedule for final inspection.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank
It'll
you.
make everyone's life good. All right, next page or next case, whichever comes first.
If we can go back to
Oh, back up.
I skipped over one of the repeat violations. I didn't realize they were here. Is that you or no? Margaret, are you ready for the repeat violation? Sorry.
Number 6.
It's case 23-0294, 138 Dove Circle, Progress Residential Borrower 1 LLC. I didn't either, sorry.
Code Enforcement Officer Margaret Hancock for the Village of Royal Palm Beach. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Oh, I'm sorry. Code violations 2318B3, parking on the lawn. I observed this violation on 3/24/23, sent out notice of violation certified mail on 3/29/23, along with the notice of repeat violation hearing. I got it back on 4/3/23. I also posted it to the property. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of repeat violation, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, previous order finding violation. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
All right, please tell us who you are.
My name is Nicole English.
Okay, and what is your position with Progress Residential Borrower LLC?
I rent the home from that company.
All right, your tenant.
Yes.
Ma'am, those documents I just handed you are the exhibits the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to those documents? It's the previous order, the notice documents for tonight's hearing, proof of ownership, and then pictures are on the screen. Any objection? Pictures will be on the screen in a second.
The objection would be I was unaware of any of this until I received the one, which is why I'm here tonight. I was not aware that this was delivered to the rental company. They never called me or made me aware. I did not know that we were unable to park the vehicles that way. So, I mean, of course, now that we know, it will not be done again. But I honestly, and even in the documents that I have, the notice, I was never aware. I never signed that I received anything. Nothing was given to me until I received this one that was that said repeat violation, and I was not even aware that it was a repeat or a violation. I tried to do my best to research the parking online. It's very vague. It doesn't specifically tell you. A lot of it, what I could find, was covered trailers. I just wanted to find out where we can park and where we can't park, and it's not clearly stated to me. I could be wrong, but once I am aware of the right way to...
Normally you park in the driveway. We have multiple vehicles parked in the grass. You have a one spot over there to the right where you seem to love to park either a white car, a white truck, or a grayish kind of SUV.
So
You've got too many cars for the parking situation, or you just, everyone else clears out and there's that stray little car left there.
No, I mean, I completely understand. Like, if I would have known...
The problem with this is the state law that the Code Enforcement Division is following says they have to send the notice to the address on the tax collector's roll. And that's because they assume that that's a good address because most people pay their property taxes or they lose their property. So they aren't required to give you a notice. They're required to follow state law and send it to the Progress Residential people who should have told you not to do that.
And it's tax collector or property appraiser now under the law.
So either or. So, and then, I don't know, did you get a prior fine or
Never.
How long have you been here?
About 4 years.
So
And never received anything.
No, I'm just trying to figure out if the prior was her or somebody else.
It was just in February.
February of this year? Or?
February of 23, yeah, when I went to hearing for the parking on the front lawn.
Did anybody appear at that hearing?
No.
Nobody
I
appeared
was-
at the hearing.
That's what I was not aware of.
Yeah, so Progress didn't do anything. Now Progress is gonna say because they didn't show up that you have to pay the fine, I'm sure.
And I did post it to the property on May 4th. But you can see in the photo on the 5th, the 6th, and the 9th, they still were parking on the lawn.
You're correct. We were still parking there because at that time we were unaware that this was a violation.
Well,
Had we
they're saying
known-
that they posted a notice of
Well, the
a
notice,
violation
this is
at
the
the
notice-
property.
right.
on the
So
4th.
this is the notice that I received, which is why I am here this evening.
Okay, well,
Only at this time is when I was aware that this was a violation. And now that we know it's a violation, obviously we'll correct it and make sure that there is no parking in those areas.
the problem with this is now that it's a repeat violation, you don't get extra time to correct it. It just
But we
goes
don't need-
straight to fines.
But we don't need extra time because it's just cars that need to be moved into the driveway. So
Wow.
like I said, now that I'm aware that this is not allowed, we can correct it immediately.
The difficulty is that the photo that's on the screen now is from March 24th, so that's the date it was first observed. So the village is seeking
And
a fine
that
from that
vehicle,
first date.
it's not even at my residence. They were people that I had, that had to stay with me just for some time, but they did get their own place. They were in a tough situation, needed a place to go, and I had let them stay with me. But that vehicle is not even at my residence anymore. That
So
truck
what were the
is,
latest ones? Because they have like 5.9, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
so
up till
yep,
yesterday.
those cars are there. And the little white car
Corolla.
can be moved in the driveway, and that is the only one that's
That's the
being
one that
parked.
you seem to like to put out in the grass because it's been
So
in different
that
spots
one-
in the grass.
So the question I have is, are we able to park it next to the road, like by the mailbox?
Yes.
Okay,
If you're
because
parking in the correct direction
that's-
and it gets moved,
that's where she
constantly.
was parking, because I seen everybody in the neighborhood park that way, so that's where she was parking. And then when I received the notice, I told her to stop parking there and to park there because that's what I thought was right. I thought it was wrong to park by the road. So
well, no, you just talked yourself into a fine.
You
That's-
can park in the swell.
well, right. So when
flow
I
of traffic,
received,
and the vehicle would need to move every 24 hours.
And you can't have
she
a dead
does,
spot under it.
that vehicle moves every 24 hours. When I was referring to having her move up there, it's because once I received this, I thought we were doing the wrong thing by parking by the road.
No.
So
But
now,
you didn't call
now
and
that-
ask, you just assumed.
well, because there's no explanation of what was wrong
That's why
with
you
the
would
parking.
call and ask. What have I done wrong? What do I need to fix? You know, it's like you took a cure and you turned it into a problem because you thought you knew better.
Okay.
Okay? And here I am, just sitting here looking at pictures showing me 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 or 6 dates where all these things were parked improperly.
From March.
And they're probably going to ask for a fine from March through now, right?
We are. It's 48 days, so we're asking
48 days at what, $25
$25 a day, so $1,200 and continuing.
So, and you kind of admitted that you're doing it. You still admitted
Well,
you're doing it up
the
till
reason
yes.
I'm going to admit that I did it because we did not know that it was a violation. That's what I'm trying to explain. I
know, and you've
I know
explained it
that
a
this
couple
was-
of times. What you've explained to me is you thought you were doing something wrong that you were doing right, and you made it wronger because you didn't ask.
And I apologize,
and-
but I don't have money to pay that fine. I do the best I can.
Well,
But listen, all I'm saying is I did not know. If I would have known, I would have corrected it. I did the wrong thing. No, I didn't call. I work 75 hours a week because I'm a single mom. I didn't call, and I apologize. I'm telling you that I will correct it, and I will never do it again. We can move the car to the driveway. It was my mother-in-law's car. If I had known she didn't, okay, I did the wrong thing. I am admitting it. I did the wrong thing. I don't have $1,200 to pay. I don't even have barely money to do anything. And I'm really trying. You can drive by the house every day and you will never see the car parked in the grass.
Okay.
I'm not saying these things to like try to get out of it, but I'm just speaking the truth. I honestly did not know.
I'm just waiting for them to say something. They were talking over there.
This is a difficult one. Unfortunately, there's a clear pattern of parking in the grass. I don't know how many people live at the residence, but it appears they have more cars than they have parking spaces.
Well, obviously, because they like parking in the grass, and even when the cars are gone, they're still in the grass. All right, what was the daily amount you're trying to get? Because I'm just gonna
$25 a day.
$25 a day. I have photographic proof on like 6 or 7 days, so I'm just gonna do that for the 6 or 7 days. And you're gonna call tomorrow to have her come by, or you're actually gonna ask her right now to come by tomorrow and inspect it. And there better be no cars out there so she can stop it. But you just can't assume things and think you're right about this. So what's 7 times 25? 175? 175 plus continuing. You can stop it tomorrow because she's going to come by and look, and there better be no cars there. And they better be parked in the right way, in the right direction, okay?
And just so she understands that the previous order, the law allows the village to continue to cite you for repeat for 5 years. So just once you stop this one, make sure you don't do it again, because it'll get cited again. Now that you understand, and call Margaret. The best thing to do when you get these is call Margaret so you understand where you can and can't park.
Yeah, all it take was a phone call. Now you can't park up there, you can park it in this way. That's all.
It would be very helpful when you give violations if you attach instead of just this the right thing to do.
Well,
it's
there
just not
are so
fair.
many of these things, and
But
the
it's
law
one page.
assumes. See, you're losing your sympathy now.
I'm not. I'm not. Okay.
You know, you want the 1,200 or the 175? I mean, I'm trying to be good, but you're not following the rules, and I can do much worse.
And we do start with a courtesy notice
Yeah.
before we even go to a violation.
Okay, so 175 plus continuing is granted. If it's stopped, it'll stop tomorrow because she's going by, but there better not be any cars in spots they're not supposed to be. And you're not supposed to park on the grass, other than the swale. That's up in the front yard. You're not in this case? Yeah, you wanna just, that's fine, but you can't do it until there's an order entered, and that won't happen for a few days. So you can come back and talk to him. That's fine. It's all good. Okay.
All right, we're moving back to the violation hearings, page 4. Case 23-0118-116 Saratoga Boulevard West, Jean Rosier, Vita Olivier Estate, and Jean Woody Rosier.
7.
This one, yeah. Yeah, 116 Saratoga.
Code section 06190A1 and I, the description, roof is in disrepair and covered with a tarp. I observed this on 2/10/23. The notice of violation was mailed out 2/13/23 and was signed for on 3/1/23. The notice of hearing was sent out certified mail, on 4/1/23, and I didn't have service until they showed up tonight. So we'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
Okay. You're going to be an easy one. All right, so you have service. They're here. They've complied?
They
You
have
just need
complied.
to show them some documents?
They removed the tarp, and I just want to make sure your roof isn't damaged. You're not having leaks, right?
Yes, we were.
But it's good.
No, we're still working on it.
We would never ask you to remove a tarp. If you removed it because of the hearing,
No, it's not because of that. The insurance people were sent someone.
Hold on, let's get their names for the record before we get
Yeah,
too
let's-
much more
before we keep
testimony.
going.
Your names, please?
Jean Rogier.
Thank you. Your name, ma'am?
Shelby Rosier.
Thank you both. Go ahead. You want to continue, or look, while I'm sorry for interrupting you. The documents I handed you are the notice documents for tonight. Any objection to those? It's the notice of violation, the notice of hearing, verification of ownership,
Yeah.
permit information, and photos are on the. I'm sorry, there's no photos. It's a compliance affidavit. Any objection to those papers?
No.
All right,
Thank
admitted without objection. So they're complied, right?
This is
They
a finding
pulled
of fact. Yes, this is a
they pulled
finding of
the
fact.
tarp. So you probably need to get a roof done. And once you pull a permit, you can tarp the place up. You know. So
Yeah, that's the thing. We weren't aware that we needed a permit until I called our insurance and tarp company, and they were like, "Oh, I called you guys first," and then I was wondering, I'm like, "Why are we receiving this notice?" And they were saying, "Well, do you guys have a permit?" I was like, "Oh, I don't think we do." So I was able to call the company and tell them to remove it because we do not have a permit, and I was trying to avoid.
yeah, you just need them to. Is the insurance company going to fix it? Is that their
Yes, they're
responsibility?
in the process of fixing it. Yes.
Okay, so
We
they
just need to obtain a permit to
yeah,
fix
they
it.
just need to get a permit issued, and once the permit's issued, then you're in the building department for like 6 months. And as long as it's done and inspected in that 6 months, you're fine.
Okay.
Okay. And once they pull the permit, you know, you can put the tarp back to keep it from raining
Yeah.
while they're doing that. But that hopefully won't be a long gap in between.
Right. Right.
Okay. Okay?
Yep.
Okay. Finding of fact is granted. Thank you.
Again, I want to let you know, if you have leaks, please go ahead and tarp it. You need to tarp it. We don't want your home, damaged from the leaks. So, but just make sure your company is licensed and they pull the permit, okay?
Okay.
Because when I went out today and I saw the tarp was gone and I didn't see any damage to your roof.
Yeah, we don't have a permit.
I can't tell though, without the tarp being on it. So that's why I complied it. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good luck with your roof.
All right, thank
Have
you.
a good night.
Thank you.
Okay, next.
Next one down, 230-0247, 158 Alcazar Street, South Washington.
Okay. Front door. Structure.
Okay. Code section 622-108.4 and 2657, work done without a permit, front door. The structure was built without a permit. I observed this on 3/16/23. The notice of violation was mailed out 3/21/23 and was signed for on 3/28/23. The notice of hearing was sent out certified mail on 4/11/23, and by USPS, it was delivered on 4/19/23. We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing in USPS. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
Okay.
Your name, sir?
Sath, S-A-T-H, Washington.
Thank you, sir. Those documents I just handed you are the exhibits the village would like to enter into evidence. The notice of violation, the notice of hearing with the delivery confirmation, proof that you own the property, and the photos are on the screen. Any objection to those documents?
No, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
All right, admitted without objection. I see 2 signed green cards, so you have service. All right, so what are we dealing with here? One of those pictures, I take it, is the structure in the back.
Yes, sir. It's a small outdoor kitchen.
You can see the cursor, Special Magistrate. Can you see the cursor?
Barely. Okay. Small outdoor kitchen right there somewhere.
And they replaced the front door. Yes, sir.
All right. Who replaced the front door?
I actually have all the information right here. I had hired a contractor, and I was not aware he did not pull permits. Then I got the notice, and then since then I have hired a contractor. They filed notice of commencement. Here's all the paperwork. I'm just waiting for the permits to be filed by them. They said that under the master permit, since there's power to the kitchen, a sink, and then they can handle structural, they said it has to be separate, like 3 separate permits filed under the master permit. So I'm just waiting for the contractor that I hired to file the permit.
Okay, well, they're probably going to give you, since we're in the violation period, till the end of June.
That's correct. June 29th or the July 12th fine hearing, or $25 a day fine.
Yes, ma'am. I have all the information here if you want it.
We believe you. It's
okay.
just a matter of getting it in. Then, as you've heard earlier, you need to get it completed.
Yes, sir.
Because there's a lot of people leave out like some dimensions or what size hoses or wires or whatever.
Right.
So you just need to make sure they follow up on that.
Yes, sir. According to my understanding, he's filing the permit or under the master permit, and since the work is already done, ask for an inspector to come out, look at everything, and then
once
they'll
the permit's issued,
fix whatever needs to be
you
fixed.
have 180 days to get it done and inspected. So
yes, sir.
That'll be plenty of time. Hopefully, you'll be able to get all this done by June 29th. which is your compliance
The
date.
contractor that you hired, is it the contractor that sent out the email this morning?
No, no, wait, with the contractor that I hired to do the fixing, if there needs to be any fixing, yes, ma'am.
That's the one that sent the email today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you might want to check with us in a few days and make sure that it even got started, because this has been going on, that he keeps sending an email that he's getting ready to apply. So your date is 6/29, so you can always call us and check on it, make sure it's started, because, you know,
You may have a
it's on
guy
you.
who's giving excuses more than he's giving permit.
So,
Yeah, again, this is all
Applications.
new to me. I'm a newbie. So yes, ma'am, I will get on top of that. Or with him to make sure
You
that
may want
the
to call
permits
just her and say, look, you know, I'm just checking to see.
I got till 6/29 or I got issues. Yes.
Yeah,
I
but you don't
understand.
want to wait till 6/29 because it takes 2 or 3 weeks to issue a permit once you get a completed application.
Okay.
So you need to get that permit application in so they can comment on it and then get it validated or approved so it can be issued.
Okay, understood.
So you can't wait till the 29th.
No, I'm
So
calling him
I
immediately.
would be calling him
Yes.
tomorrow and say, okay, I went to a code enforcement
Yes,
hearing.
he did tell me
Great.
that he was in contact with like some people here, but
They
I
said-
didn't.
They say they got your email, but they haven't seen any documents. When are you going to get the documents in? And you want to make sure he's on a tight leash to do
Yes,
these
sir.
things. You say, you know, I need it done by the end of the week, really, if you're going to get it all smoothly through the process. Because as you've seen, you know, one guy paid for it, but he didn't respond to any of the questions.
Right.
You know, and you need your permit issued. Once the permits get issued, you become a finding of fact, and you just send out a piece of paper that says, you know, don't do this permit thing again.
Okay.
So
thank you.
You have till 6/29, or you'll appear at the 7/12 hearing or face a $25 a day fine. But as we've said, follow up with your contractor
I'm calling
early
first
and
thing in the
often.
morning.
Yeah, call him in the morning. Say, I had to go to this hearing. You know, that's a
Permits have to be filed
perfect
immediately.
excuse to say, I need to know that this is going to be done in a week, right?
Right.
And if he says, yeah, call her at the end of the week.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I have your
I'll check
contact?
it for you.
And
Okay.
she'll check it for you and get back to you, so you'll know that
Number's
the guy.
on that paperwork.
It's on
I'll give
probably
you
your
a
old
call.
order. Well,
Okay.
it'll be on the order.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Right. Okay. 6/29, 7/12, granted. 25.
Thank you. Moving to page 5, 23-0010, 105 Sandpiper Avenue, Janice E. Harris.
Code sections 2318B2, restricted trailer not screened from view. I observed this violation on 1/6/23, sent out notice of violation on 1/13/23, posted it to the property, sent out notice of hearing on 3/21/23, and I got the green card on 3/27/23. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
Okay. All right, you have service via posting. You have a signed green card as well. So
Your name, ma'am?
Janice Harris.
Thank you, ma'am. Those documents I just handed to you are the exhibits the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to those documents? They're the notice documents for tonight's hearing, verification of ownership, and there's photographs on the screen. Any objection to the paperwork?
All right, admitted without objection. All right, ma'am, they're saying your trailer is restricted because it's a little open trailer. Okay?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Your trailer is restricted because it's an open trailer.
Right.
If you had a little covered trailer, it would be fine.
Right.
Yeah, we
What you need to
spoke.
do is, there's another picture there, I think, that shows a piece of fence next to it. Out of the
I
pictures
believe
on
that's
thing.
just part
right
of-
there.
No,
yeah.
that fence is attached for something else, the
I
shed
know,
or
but I'm
something.
just trying to say, if you have this similar more fence going across in front of the trailer, then it would be screened and it would be allowable. Is that right?
Yes.
Do I need a permit for that?
Yes. You need a fence permit, or if you're going to put a fence up.
If she's going to put a fence up, yeah.
And if you need to put some other kind of screening that really isn't practical in your situation, people sometimes put potted plants.
I'm just, I'm new to this. I'm trying to figure this out. My husband always dealt with this, and he passed away recently. So I'm trying to learn all these things.
Right. Well, do you use that trailer in your business for some other reason?
Yes.
Okay. So then you need it there.
Yes.
So you're going to have to screen it to keep yourself out of trouble with the village.
Correct.
And the best way to do that is to put a fence up that you can put it behind and decouple it.
Right. Okay. I have a handicapped daughter that lives with me, and she has a hard time doing certain latches. So we're having a hard time finding a latch that she can, and the part of the fence where she can open it. She has cerebral palsy. So we're working on trying to find, and that's why I want to ask if anyone knows if this type would work.
You would talk to the building department people, and they would be able to tell you. They really don't care about the latching system so much.
Not unless there's a pool involved.
Yeah, unless there's a pool involved, the latch doesn't matter. What really matters is that it's no bigger than 6 feet normally for fencing, and that it's opaque.
And it complies with the Florida Building Code.
And if it complies with the Florida Building Code, you have to have posts in the corners. I guess the gate opening kind of changes the every 4 feet thing.
Right. But that's all part of the permit process.
But that's all in your permit process. So if you get a permit, you can put it back there. The only thing is you're going to have to hook it and unhook it on occasion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to need to get a permit, and we're probably talking about. Now, is this your homesteaded property?
Yes.
Okay, so she can apply for an owner builder.
Yes.
And this one we're actually asking for a different compliance date. The alternative, while she's going through the permit process, is to just remove it till she gets it screened, and then she can bring it back to there.
She needs it though, so let's see if we can.
I moved it when I got the violation notice.
It's okay.
I moved it, and then I needed it because I have my home here in Royal Palm, and then I have a vacation home in DeSoto County. So I moved it. Sorry. I moved it to DeSoto County, but then I needed it again for a job. So I had to bring it back to the house.
Right, and you can bring it back. It's just you need to get a fence permit issued that shows the gap there in between, sort of filling to the, and it doesn't have to go around the end of the corner. It just has to be in front of it, correct?
Correct.
So you don't have to build a fence all the way down the side. You just have to build the fence where it's basically parked right now in that picture that goes all the way across, so you can put the trailer behind there, and then you'll be fine.
Okay.
Or you can put it somewhere else, not on the property, which was your other solution. But if you need it, it's probably worth it to you to put that fence there so you can bring it back and use it.
In the
Right.
garage. If the
And
garage
it
is
also-
accessible.
See, that's just that it doesn't fit in the
Yeah,
garage.
it's probably too long. The tongue probably sticks out.
Well,
or
it's
something.
like 16 feet long,
Yeah.
so it doesn't really fit inside the garage.
No, that would be a solution for an even tinier trailer, but yours is too big to do that. So
Right, and it's hooked to the truck with
Right,
the hitch.
well,
So it can't, there's no way it would fit in the garage.
yeah. A friend of mine has a boat that has a really unique front end where the actual trailer, the front part of the trailer unhinges and goes sideways.
Right.
So the first 3 feet of the trailer no longer exists. It just goes back.
Right.
But that's kind of specialized. You don't have it with these kind of normal open trailers. All right, so it's going to be 629.
This one we were actually asking for compliance by 6/1 or the
No,
6/14
I'm going to
fine
go
hearing.
629 on this one. I'm going to give her enough time to go apply for a permit so you can hopefully get this taken care of and you can use your trailer.
We can build it ourselves, right?
You can build it yourself as long as you just get it inspected. Yeah. And this is going to be easy because it's just going to be a couple of posts and then you're going to put a gate up that's wide enough to open the trailer.
But she needs to get the owner builder permit.
But you
before
need to
she
get an
builds it.
owner builder
Right.
permit. That's why I asked you about your homestead.
Mhm.
You can go in as an owner builder and do it yourself. Okay?
Mhm.
So 629, 710, 25.
712.
7/12.
712, sorry. 712. And go in and apply for an owner builder permit for the fence over there so you can screen it. You actually go around the back of the building.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're not open right now. But yeah, the building department.
Okay? And they'll give you more tips if you need them, on how to apply for this. But usually it's a fairly simple form. You just have to show where the section of fence will go. And basically you're just adding to that one section.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
You get an order in the mail.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next case is the next one down, 23-0017, 185 Rivera Avenue. Johann Joseph Doricent and Wenchel Doricent.
Code section is 14.2, miscellaneous items. I observed this violation on 1/9/23. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 1/13/23.
Living on my shelf.
Posted that to the property. Sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 3/6/23, and posted that to the property as well. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
Okay.
Your name, sir?
My name is Wenchel Doricent.
Thank you, sir. Those documents I just handed you are the exhibits the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to those documents? They're the notice documents for tonight's hearing, proof of ownership, and there's photos on the screen. Any
Okay.
objection?
No.
All right,
Thank
admitted without objection. So yours is simple. It's just the stuff on the side of the house, right?
Yeah, now he's doing on both sides, though.
Okay, well, both sides.
Yeah, both sides.
You can't leave that out. Just put it away or put it in your garage or throw it away.
It's already moved.
Yeah, that's good. It's even better. All right, if it's both sides are clear?
Yeah, they're clear.
I spoke to him earlier. I told him to come and let Margaret
All right,
know
so
that.
Margaret, you're going to go by, she can come by
Another
tomorrow and
place
look?
tomorrow.
For sure, anytime.
Yeah, no, she can come by tomorrow and she will give you an affidavit of compliance, checking the box that says you've replaced it or fixed it or whatever.
Removed all this stuff.
All right, so what's the dates on these? Am I gonna read
Compliance
this?
by 6/29 or the 7/12 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
So you have until June 29th to get this done. It'll be done tomorrow. You'll be fine. Just don't put the stuff on the side of the house. Okay?
All right.
We're good?
Thank you. Same page, 23-0029, 303 Las Palmas Street, Hector B. and Rose Marie Pert.
Code section 622-108.4. The AC was changed out without a permit. I observed this violation on 1/17/23. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 1/20/23. It was delivered on 1/27/23. Sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 3/9/23. And that was delivered on 3/14/23. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, ES400 permit information.
Your names for the record?
Hector Peart.
Your name, ma'am?
Rosemary Pierce.
Thank you. Those documents I handed you are the exhibits the village would like to enter into the record. Do you have any objection to those documents? They're the notice documents for tonight's hearing, verification of ownership, and there's photos on the screen. Any objection to the paperwork?
All right,
Thank you.
admitted without objection. You have service via signed green card, so you can proceed. So did you get your air conditioner changed?
Got an air conditioner change, yes.
Yeah, did the company apply for a permit?
Yes, I did.
They applied.
And did they follow through or no?
No, it's still in plan check, and it's been with them for quite some time, waiting for corrections.
So your air conditioning company has been asked to do some corrections to the permit, and they haven't done them.
Yeah, we did call them, and I spoke with the zoning, and I called them, and I explained to them that they need to respond to them, and they said they would, so we haven't heard anything since.
Yeah, that's the problem. Your contractor is not helping you out, is the problem. They should be answering simple questions. I mean, this is Florida. Every house has an air conditioner. Every air conditioner breaks. Every air conditioner gets replaced.
When we called them, they said they're taking care of it. So
Well, they are not taking care of it because they're not responding to the village's request for additional information or corrections. Am I correct in that? So they say they are doing it,
Yes,
but you're going to call back tomorrow and you're going to say, we went to code enforcement because of you. And they told us that you were supposed to do some corrections to the permit or it won't be issued. So get those corrections done. This is your perfect excuse to jump on them for that because they're telling you we're doing it, but they're not.
I did tell them that because I spoke with the zoning lady, and she said, tell them that, which I did. And they said they're on top of it. They will take care of it.
No, they're not. They're lying to you.
So
what you're going to do is you're going to tell them again, we went down tomorrow. We went to code enforcement last night, and they told us you still haven't responded. And you telling us that you're doing it doesn't help. You need to respond to the village. This is your excuse to tell them to do these things. because you're mad you have to go to code enforcement to deal with this stuff because they can't figure out how to do a permit. Okay? You know, it's not your fault because you're not doing the work, but it is your fault because you own the property, so you have to make sure these people do what they're supposed to do. You know, and this is not building a house. This is, you know, you just need a slab, you need electric, and you need water to these things, and you're fine. So the questions can't be that great. They replace an existing system?
Yes.
So most of the stuff is already done and done.
Right, the stuff is just there.
It's just there. It's just they're being either lazy, stupid, or they're just pushing you off. Or all the above. Thank you. You probably have hit the nail on the head right there. They're like, yeah, we don't get permits half the time. You know?
So if they're not responding now, what do we do?
Well, you're going to keep on top of this by talking to Margaret, and if they quit responding, you're going to get a change of contractor and get someone in who will at least do the permitting of it for you and get the inspections done. Because if they permit it, then you have 180 days, almost 6 months to get it inspected. So they're probably just, and you may want to call in and say, what are the questions they are not answering? So you can tell them, all you have to do is answer these questions and we'll get our permit issued and you'll keep us out of trouble. But this is a great opportunity to say, the magistrate yelled at me. You know, I didn't, but it's a great time to say it.
So we can find out what questions.
You can actually call down and say, what corrections are they asking for? And Heather or Hunter will tell you what they're missing, and then you can tell them exactly what they need to fill in. You need to do this and this. It doesn't seem that hard. Go do it. Don't just tell us you're doing it. Because a lot of people will tell you, we're taking care of it until it's the biggest problem in the world. Because they're just pushing you off. I mean, is it cold air? Does the air conditioning work? Yes. So all you have to do is answer the questions so you can get your permit. Okay? And you'll have until June 29th.
Yeah, 6/29 or the 7/12 fine hearing or a $25 day fine.
Yeah, they did the job. It's cold. They just have to get the permit issued so it can get inspected. And I love getting inspections because that'll tell you they did the electrical right. They did the water right. You know, it's hooked up properly. Okay? So you have to get this done by June 29th. So that gives you about 6 weeks to take care of it. Okay?
Thank you.
Ma'am.
Thank you.
Moving to page 6, 23-0107, second from the bottom. 23-0107, 219 Las Palmas Street, Miguel O. Forero.
Code sections 14.4, disabled vehicle. Observe this violation on 13123. Send out notice of violation, certified mail on 2/123. Posted it to the property. Sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 4/6/23. It was delivered on 4/8/23. Like to enter the following documents and evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, USPS tracking. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
All right. You have a service via posting, so you can proceed. Your name, sir?
My name is Miguel Ferreira.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Those documents I just handed you are the exhibits the village would like to enter into the record. Do you have any objection to those? It's the notice documents for tonight's hearing, verification of ownership. There's photos on the screen. Any objection to just the paperwork?
No objections.
Thank you, sir.
So what is that? An Infinity?
It's Daewoo Lannis.
Daewoo?
Yeah.
Wow. I haven't ridden in a Daewoo since the 1988
They went out
Olympics
of
in South
business, and
Korea.
I cannot get parts for it. And the thing is that I paid in full for the car. I got into a settlement with the company, and they never sent me a title. That's the reason why the car's still there. I have not been able to sell it to get a junkyard to come and pick it up and everything. So I know I'm in violation, but I need some time so
you're
I can
going to get till
pursue
the end of June to get rid of it.
Unfortunately, the bank that I bought this car with was South, and they kind of went down south. I mean, they're not longer around, so I don't know if there is a company that bought them or something. I'm trying to find out that information.
Well, you have a couple of choices here. If you put it in the garage,
I tried that on the weekend. As a matter of fact, I asked the day off yesterday. It didn't start. Even though I put a new battery on it, I tried to start it. It tried to go, but the transmission didn't give me the allowance to push it back. It's kind of locked in there. Otherwise, I would have pushed it inside.
yeah, well,
So
I have a lot
I
of
know
old vehicles, but
I
they
know
roll.
it's my responsibility to get rid of it. We tried, and unfortunately, again, I don't have a title, so I have the paperwork that I pay in full for the car. I bought it back in 2001. It's been with us that long.
Yeah,
So,
well, it sounds like that's a project that needs to die.
oh, it's taking space.
My wife would have killed me by then.
Oh, my wife tried to sell it behind my back for $50.
You should have let her.
Believe it
I
or
would
not,
have taken
and
the $50.
when she was talking to the guy that was coming to pick it up, I said, "How you going to sell something that has a,
They can apply for duplicate title. It's all good. Yeah, you need to get rid of this
It
thing by
has
the
a,
29th
it's-
of June. You can either get it towed away.
It has a lien on it, so for some reason, even though I have the paperwork that it's been paid in full and the settlement is done, so I guess I need to research on how to get the title back. I had paperwork here that I came here to the Department of Highways. And
Yeah,
they gave me some instructions on how to try to apply for a title.
Lost title.
Right. And
But it's
that's
still
all-
going to come back with a lien. That's the problem. You can apply for a lost title, but it's probably going to come back under the name of the seller with
Well,
a
if he
lien on
has
it.
documentation.
But that's just a whole pile of stuff he's going to have to deal with DMV. This is not like, I have my 68 Jeep. I lost my title. They'll send me another title to my 68 Jeep under my name. Obviously, there's no lender because it's 68. So,
And believe me, if I
So
had
you-
the chance
yeah, you're gonna
yesterday
have-
to get rid of it to the junkyard, it would be gone.
Yeah, you're going to have to figure out someone who will
Right,
buy it for scrap without a title.
I am telling you,
Because right now, all I see is it's being used for storage. You got
it's-
stuff
it's-
inside.
Again, this weekend I cleaned up. What it was is that my wife goes to the beach with the kids and puts the sits in it. Lazy not to put it inside the garage or anything like that. But that has been cleaned up, and that doesn't make excuses for anything. So all I need is some time to get the title and get rid of it. That's all
Daewoo.
I need
I don't
to
even
do.
know if Daewoo even exists anymore.
Oh no, they're no longer in business.
They're probably taken over by Hyundai or Kia.
Well, actually, I take that back. Schumacher, whom I bought it from, they can get parts out in California, but not that I'm trying to rebuild a
No,
car
I-
that is 20 years old.
I don't think that's a collectible one.
Oh no. If I
Okay.
need-
629, 712, 25. Okay. And I should have probably done this way earlier in the process.
Oh no,
but
I'm trying.
You're going to get an order from me that's signed, and it says once the thing has been fixed, you have to call code enforcement so they'll come by and verify. That's why I've been asking Margaret to go by people's houses the next day to make sure it's done.
Sure.
So sometime before June 29th, you need to call them and tell them that the car is gone so they can stop any fine from starting. But you're going to have to figure out how to deal with that before the end
Oh
of
yeah,
June.
well, that's my little homework.
Okay. Well, now you have a different project.
Like I need that extra one.
All right, 629, 712, 25 is granted.
Thank you,
you.
thank you,
Thanks,
sir.
Your Honor.
Next is 23-0153, 155 Dove Circle, Ruben. I'm
Next
gonna
page, I
mess
guess.
this one up. Page 7. Gia, thank you, and Ruben J. Gia Jr.
Trade you.
Code section 622-108.4, 1571, 12-4C, 2317. Pavers without a permit, trees removed without vegetation removal permit, garbage can in public view, parking on or over the sidewalk. I observed this violation on 2/21/23, sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 2/24/23, got that on 2/27/23, sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 3/24/23, and posted that to the property. I'd like to enter the following documents there into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, AS 400 permit information.
Your names for the record?
Ruben J. Gia, Jr.
Thank you. Your name, ma'am? Are you going to speak?
I'm his wife, Lisa Gia.
Thank you, ma'am. Those documents I handed you both are the exhibits the village would like to enter into evidence. The first one is the notice violation, notice of hearing with the affidavit of service, verification of ownership. The pictures are on the screen. And the last one is the village's AS 400 permit information. Any objection to those documents?
No, but I mean, there is a couple documents missing. There was a couple more notices that they gave me.
A courtesy notice, and yeah, we're not trying to enter that, just the ones that I handed to you.
All right, so any objection to the existing documents?
No.
All right, admitted without objection. So, pavers without a permit, got that. Trees removed without a permit, and then the garbage can, you've got that lovely lattice, but you don't like using
And the
it.
special magistrate, I'm sorry to interrupt, the garbage can, which is 12.4C, is a finding of fact.
Yeah, it's kind of
Sorry, one more time.
the garbage can. You have that little garbage can thing, but you weren't using it.
Actually, which I'm sure I'm going to need a permit for, we put that up when I got the notice.
No, that's fine.
That's fine. You don't need
You
a
can
permit for
see
that.
in this one picture on April 21st, the garbage can was still out.
I
That's
got-
why it's considered a finding of fact.
Okay, what day does that fall on?
April 21st.
What day of the week?
I'm not sure.
Okay, because it might be day before trash day when we're getting ready to take it out, or
Could have been.
Could have been. Don't know. It's all good.
Okay.
That one they're saying is not a problem.
Okay.
The problem is the pavers and the tree.
Okay, now as far as the pavers, when we built the house in 1989, 88, we asked the city if we needed to get a permit for it. They said no, unless you're doing concrete. Those pavers have been there for over 30-something years.
And this would have been the perfect time to get a letter from the city saying that was fine, because I really can't go back in time 30 years and figure it out, whether you have a grandfathered.
Well, and
Not ex-
that's something when I went to zoning to ask them, has it been grandfathered in? When did the
ordinance take place? Or
and they would
Yeah.
not help me with that.
Well, I don't even know when the impervious surface thing went in, but it probably
I don't know off the top
hasn't
of my
been
head, no.
30 years. It's probably less than that.
Don't know.
Well, time probably has been.
Don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it would.
I mean,
Pe-
I'll be honest
people
with
people
you.
get these wonderful things, but they never get them confirmed, and that would have
Well, I
been
mean,
wonderful if you would have gotten it confirmed. Because
When you go, when you go there and you ask them in person and they say you don't need it, then you're kind of assuming that that's the truth.
yeah, and unfortunately, I'm a trial lawyer, and my life is involving telling or actually proving the truth. And that
Incriminating.
conversation from 30 years ago.
Right. I understand that, and
that's
so
let's deal with what we have here. The garbage can's not a problem. The tree, you need to go get a vegetative removal permit so they
And
can count.
again,
count
one of the
trees.
documents that are not here is when she told me to remove it. I
it's
didn't
not
know
a tree, it was a stump,
it was a
because it
stump.
had
It
long
was-
since died.
That's with the courtesy notice.
Yeah, and
then
I
you
didn't remove
removed
it.
it.
All I did was kick it because it was already dead, and it just kind of dissolved.
Disintegrated. Fell over.
Okay, well, was it a stump or a tree?
It was part of a palm tree.
It was part of a palm tree, but it was like a
You
stump.
can see it in this photograph here, up in this area. See,
Okay.
there's two of them actually.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. See what? You just get a is it a vegetative removal permit even?
It's a
have
no-fee
It's a
permit.
no-fee permit. All they're doing with that is counting trees.
We have
They just-
3 people who work with computers all day who've had a very difficult time and could not successfully complete the online permit application. So it's not very user-friendly. It's glitchy. We've got 2 new
So the
PCs.
vegetation removal permit does not go through our online portal.
Well, that's what
You
we-
just bring
that's what I
it
was
in
told.
or email it in.
I
That's what I was
spoke with
told.
you this morning, and I
Did?
told you could come into the office,
And I'm gonna
and
do
the
that.
ladies will help you with everything.
Well, and that's another thing. When I've gone to the office, trying to do the paver thing. So I'm willing to pay for the stupid pavers, even though it's been 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
Just so I'm not being
No,
hassled.
But that's a good way to deal with it. You just apply for a permit.
Again, with their system, it's extremely hard for me to do it. And
Well, then
when I
you
have
just got to send someone in to physically go in there, and they will help you scan it and put it into the permit process. A lot of people have problems with that.
I
I
have
know I
gone
could
over there and asked
possibly
for
do
help,
it,
and
but
they
my
haven't
wife
helped
would
me.
be a failure. So, you might need some help from Hunter or whoever
come
else is
in?
there. Stephanie
there
will
3
probably
times.
help you out.
3 times and nobody's helped you?
No. Other than give me the little slip that gives you the email address place.
Okay. I mean, you got to be specific when you say you're not able to. If you've already put in an application and you can't get your documents in there, we can help you with
I
our
didn't figure out how to
computer.
do the application properly. I mean, I've
Have
got
an
my.
you have an application in here.
I did do that right.
Yeah, it's been in there for 45 days.
Yeah, it's so glitchy. I have Chrome and we did it both on Chrome and Edge.
So
and
at this
neither one,
point,
it's
all
just
you have to
very
do is
glitchy.
upload your paperwork, and we have a computer there where we will help you do that.
They have a scanner out in the front where they'll help you scan your documents into those things. So you're already part of the way there, and if those were there since the beginning of time, and hopefully they're on your old survey. But
No idea.
can you just draw the dimensions on there?
Well, for pavers, he's got to have an updated survey.
Oh, see, that's gonna kill you then, because the updated survey is money.
Unless he has somewhat of a recent one, he can get recertified.
I think we had done one when we had put a shed in the back. I don't know if that covers it.
No, but what they're saying is if you have a survey that's not extremely old.
Well, no, didn't they have to do a survey then for that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
No, we're trying to explain is if you have a survey that's not very old, you can get that same survey company to do a recertification of it, and it costs a lot less because all they're doing is coming out and making sure the pins are still in the ground and that nothing really has changed. They do it a lot cheaper that way.
Okay, well, is there a way to find out if it's been grandfathered in? I mean, it's been over 30 years.
But unfortunately, without something from the village indicating that it was there, or as I'm saying, if your original survey when you built the house 30 years ago has them on there, then there's your proof.
No, I doubt it did because me and my dad put it in.
So, but that's the only way, unless you have something from the village that said we didn't require a permit for that.
How do you prove a negative?
So yeah, I mean, that's why I keep everything from the village. And I live here, and I work for them but I save everything meticulously because I don't trust them keeping.
You can't save a word, but
Yeah. So the pavers without a permit, you're going to have to work on that. The garbage can in public view, that's just a finding of fact. The tree removed without a permit, just get a vegetative removal permit, and it's a no-fee permit, and you don't have to do it online. You can just pick it up in the office and fill it out. It looks like you have more than enough other palms and things to make the required number of trees. They're just trying to make sure that people don't have just flat sod. So you've got more than enough trees. So the garbage can is done. The tree removal will be easy. The pavers without a permit are a question of, can you find a survey that has them on there, or can you find a surveyor that will update it cheap? Because that's the most expensive part.
And the parking over the sidewalk.
Oh, and the parking over the sidewalk, try not to do that. I mean, I walk around the block with my dogs. It's kind of nice not to get run over out in the street. All right, 629, 712.
That's correct. Or $25 a day fine, and finding of fact on 12(4)(c).
Now, if you get the permit issued for the vegetative removal, that's fine. All you have to do is do the inspection. You're clean on that. If you can't do the pavers, pull them out. No, it's a lot cheaper.
Is there going to be a fee or is there going to be a permit required for that?
No. But it gets you out of the problem until you can, figure out a way to make it an easy economical thing. If you're going to do something else to the house, have them include that area in the survey or get an updated survey. I'm just trying to keep you out of trouble. That's all.
Okay.
So 629, 712, 25, You get a finding of fact on the garbage can. Just get the tree thing done, and that leaves you with try to figure out the papers. And if it gets down to it, and it's like the getting towards the end of June, pull them, call Margaret. She can say they're gone, and then you can work on it at your leisure. Just stack them somewhere and not in view. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
If you can find, housewarming pictures from 30 years ago that show the pavers there,
Well, where are village ordinances filed?
they're on Municode. It's online,
It's on our website.
and they also have it on the
Under
website.
government.
But if you go to municode.com, normally it's there too.
You can just type in Google, just type in Royal Palm Beach Muni Code, and it'll be the first thing that pops up.
Okay, thank you.
Next case is on the bottom of the same page, 23-0228, 196 Bob White Road, Eileen Higgins and Marvel E. Johnson.
Code section 2317, parking on or over the sidewalk. I observed this violation on 3/10/23. Sent out notice of violation certified mail on 3/15/23. Was delivered on 3/17/23. Sent out notice of hearing certified mail on 4/1/23. It was delivered on 4/6/23. Like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, picture. Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
Okay. You have service via signed green cards. They're still doing COVID cards. Wow.
Your names for the record?
Marley Johnson.
Eileen Higgins.
Thank you both. Those documents I just handed to you are the exhibits the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to those? It's the notice of violation, the notice of hearing, verification of ownership. Photos are on the screen. Any objection to the paperwork? Thank you.
Okay. They say that you stopped, so all you're going to do is get a finding of fact. So just try to keep the cars off of the sidewalk. I mean, you can see they're sort of over on this picture. Just back it up another foot or so and you'll be good. All right. And you can also park them on the grass in the direction of traffic, but your grass
They
is
have
too
been
pretty.
parking in the swale
Yeah.
with the flow of traffic, so they have been working on it. So
That's great. That's
thank
fine.
you.
You're fine doing
Thank
it
you.
that way. Just keep moving it around so you don't kill a spot.
Okay, yeah, thanks
All
a
right,
lot.
Thank you.
Take care.
have a good night.
Next, top of page 8, 23-0316, 100 Moorgate Circle, Ernest St. Ange.
Code section
Mortgage Circle. I knew somebody lived there.
Code section 06190I, tarp on roof. I observed this violation on 3/29/23. Sent out notice of violation certified mail and notice of hearing certified mail on 4/1/23. Posted to the property. Like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, AS400 permit information. Exhibit 4, pictures.
Okay. Please tell us your name, sir.
Ernest Sinange.
Thank you. All right.
Sir, those documents I handed you are the exhibits the village would like to enter into evidence. The notice of violation, notice of hearing, photographs are on the screen, verification of ownership, and then AS400 permit info. Do you have any objection to those papers?
No.
Thank you, sir.
But one thing I like to add, there's an open insurance case on the for the roof, so we're still working on that. As far as the timetable, I mean, I don't have any idea when this will be settled. But as soon as everything's settled down, I'll remove these. Like I told Margaret, I have to replace the roof anyway, so it's just a matter of time when things kind of.
All right. So are you in litigation? Or is there a lawsuit filed?
Litigation, yeah.
So you've got an attorney working on this?
Yes, I got paperwork right here.
Okay. So this is going to get bumped a bit further out. 'Cause I hate putting myself in between the insurance company and the people, especially. Is it leaking?
Yes. It's just a long process.
Oh,
How
really?
far into the process are you?
I mean, I would say we started back in September, so it's still, trying to fight. I mean, either way, I have to replace the roof, so it's just.
Yeah,
it's a
it's
process.
insurance companies are not really happy about paying things out for some reason. All right, let's give them a couple months so we can come back and do a status / whatever hearing
Now, is there another violation or
No, that was it.
pretty much it? Okay.
For your agenda, Special Magistrate 12-4C, the garbage can is coming off.
Oh,
It's
that's
just
correct.
coming
I
off,
pushed
period.
that all the way to the back.
Yeah.
Just go
Strike
like
it,
that.
just strike it. Yep, remove
Okay,
it from
so-
your
So
agenda.
the garbage can is fine. They just told me to strike that, so there's nothing. It's just a tarp. Now, hang on for 1 second. Now let's give him a couple months, and he'll come back and tell us more about this.
So how about August 1st or August 9th?
So okay, 8189.
$25 a day. Status
25.
/ fine.
Yeah, status / fine. All right, so you're going to come back here on August 9th. Well, we're going to get an order in the mail first.
sir.
But you're going to come back here on August 9th, and sometime the week before then, get your attorney to write us a status memo.
Will do.
It doesn't have to be a big thing. It's just, tell us where we are in litigation. Has there been an answer filed? Do we have a trial date? Just tell them we need a little status memo so we can tell you, because it's not your fault that you're fighting with the insurance company. You don't want to leak. So we understand that.
I'll do that, sir.
Yeah, and then you'll show up on the 9th, and at least we'll be able to tell whether we're going to bump it some more or whether you're going to get close to fixing it. 818925 is granted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is 23-0368-1197 Royal Palm Beach Boulevard A, Royal Palm Center LLC.
She's got your stuff, not me.
The code section is 622-108.4, 6195, and 1116. Description: work done in the unit without permits. Vents are not sealed. Holes leading to the exterior of the building. Floor layout is not as last approved. Firewall between this unit and the unit next to it is missing. And access to rear dryer is not to code. Let me just make sure I did not miss anything. This violation was written on 2/16/23. It was sent certified mail on 2/17/23, and it was signed for, but not dated. The notice of hearing went out 4/17/23, and it was signed for and not dated. I would like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, the Palm Beach County inspector's report. And I've highlighted the report.
Tell us who you are, sir.
Yeah, my name is Akil Sheikh, sir.
All right, you're going to spell that, sir?
Aqueel, and last name is Sheikh, Shaikh.
Okay, and what is your position with Royal Palm Center LLC? You're a managing member?
I own the business.
You're a managing member.
No,
No, he's a tenant.
he's a tenant.
Okay.
The property manager was here, but had to leave.
Okay.
Sir, those documents I handed you are the exhibits the village would like to enter into to the record. Do you have any objection to those? It's the notice of violation, the notice of hearing, verification of ownership, and then the Palm Beach County inspection report.
No.
Thank you.
Okay. You have service via signed green cards. You can proceed.
Okay, so currently they need to come in and get permits for they need to get permits for the layout being different than what we have last approved in our files. Also, there was fire code violations that were cited that Cindy will go over as well. Between the part of the building permit will install a firewall. He expanded across the back of the unit next door to him, and this was not him, this was before him. But it's not a firewall. So that wall's gonna have to be a firewall in there. There's some holes in the unit that we've discussed that will need to be filled that you can actually see from the outside. And then I'll let Cindy go over her fire code violations.
Hi, Fire Safety Specialist Cindy Campbell, And we only have 3 violations out of all the initial. We have a lint trap that needs to be professionally cleaned. We have the permit required for the changes from the last approved floor plan. And we have some electrical hazards that we have extension cords going through ceilings, walls that need to be removed. So he's aware that he needs to get an electrician to come fix that, which they plan on doing through the permitting process through the general contractor. So when this permit violation gets cleared, they're going to be addressing all the electrical hazards.
Okay, so he needs to get a permit and redo walls and
Electrical stuff.
now this is some sort of
hazards.
laundry or something
Yeah, that's
else?
a coin laundry.
Okay, because I'm just thinking lint traps and things.
Is that your link? Huh.
Yes.
Ah, so you guys lint trap cleaned? One,
All right,
one
so-
down, 2 to go.
All right.
She's like, going, okay, I can check
I'll
that
scan
box.
it and give this back to you.
No, you can have it. I have a copy at home.
All this electronics.
So electrical hazards permit.
So yeah, we just need a firewall and something else, right? What time frame are you talking about on these? Because this sounds like it's going to be more than like a day.
Yeah, I think this is a 629 or 7. That should be 12. 629 or 712 fine hearing, or $75 a day.
All right. All right. So they are. Do you have people working on doing the drawings and everything so you can get a permit?
I tried to hire somebody, sir, but unfortunately, it's very hard to get the GC. When I talked to the multiple GC, they said you have to have an architect, which I already did it, and they sent me this report today, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to be hired the GC as soon as possible.
Okay, so you're on a fairly tight time frame, so keep a lot of notes and do a lot of this by email so you can come in to show me that you've contacted people and you're doing things.
Sure.
So you have a record. Like I said, I'm a trial lawyer and I love records, so you can email these people and print out the copies of, I told them to do this, I told them to do that, so we can at least, when we get to the hearing on the 12th, I know what's going on with you.
All right.
Okay, and that way, if you've got your electrical, or if you've got your architect and you've got your GC, and they're getting through the permitting process, at least we'll be able to tell what's going on at that time.
All right.
Okay, it's 629, 712, 75 is granted.
Thank you. Now we're going to fine mitigation hearings. There's 3 of
We
them for
got-
the same
we got
property.
A couple strays here. We've got a lady in the back. Is
Okay,
she
thank you.
anything? You got them? Okay.
They came in late. So the first, I'll read all the fine mitigations. There's 3 on the main agenda and 1 on the addendum.
Yeah, I saw that.
First case is 22-1221 10403 Carmen Lane, SRMZ3 LLC. 22-1499 10403 Carmen Lane, SRMZ3 LLC. 22-1697 10403 Carmen Lane, SRMZ3 LLC. And 21-0280 10403 Carmen Lane, SRMZ3 LLC.
Okay. We have amounts on these?
Yes, in 22-1221, the fine amount is $5,100. 22-1499, the fine amount is $750. 22-1697, the fine amount is $7,650. And 21-0280, the fine amount is $22,800.
Okay, tell us who you are, sir.
Ron Snidel, SNITIL. I'm the property manager.
All right, so you seem to have some tenants that like grass parking.
Exactly.
If we could have the code officer get all the exhibits into the
Sure.
record, please. Thank you. Yep.
Thank you. Okay, on case 22-1221, we'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, fine mitigation request. Exhibit 2, order assessing fine. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, affidavit of compliance. On case 22-1499, we'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, fine mitigation request. Exhibit 2, order assessing fine. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, affidavit of compliance. Case 22-1697, we'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, fine mitigation request. Exhibit 2, order assessing fine. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, affidavit of compliance. Case 21-0280, we'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, fine mitigation request. Exhibit 2, order assessing fine. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, affidavit of compliance.
Okay. And the question is always in these cases, why should the fine be reduced?
Well, we did send quite a few letters, notice of lien or notice of lease violations to these people. And actually, the day after the intent to fine hearing, or the last time I was before you, the next day we actually got the writ of possession and had the people evicted and got everything taken care of. We used to, most of this stuff with, like the parking on the grass was hard to get them to stop. But the landscaping stuff, normally we would have years ago sent somebody in, a crew to go in and cut the lawn and trim it up and stuff, but we had a gun pulled on one of our vendors. And so now we no longer do that.
On this property or just generally?
No, at a different property, but we stopped the they were in the backyard weed eating, and the guy came out and pulled a gun on them. So we don't do that anymore. I will say we've got 30 properties in the village, and this is the only one that I've got any issues with right now. We have no open violations on anything. And we had several about 6 months ago. They're all in compliance. You know, we try, but it's hard with tenants. They know that it's hard to evict them. It takes months. And, I mean, it's part of the business, I guess. But any help we could get, make myself look good for my boss if I can come in with less.
Okay. Well,
Just-
that's at least an honest answer.
I was going to say.
Special Magistrate, for your notes, the third case on page 8, 22-1697, it doesn't say this, but that's actually a repeat violation. So two of
I
the
saw
4 are
the-
repeats.
I saw the repeat on there. That was the repeat of the 2021 parking on the lawn.
No, the other case on page 8, the third one, is also a repeat violation, is what I'm telling you.
Yeah, we actually had, before the last people that we evicted, we actually had squatters in there for about 8 months. So we were collecting no rent. We always keep the utilities on for when people come to view the properties, and so that we don't have mold. So they lived there for free for about 8 months with
What a deal.
power and water, and
No cable though, huh? Sad. All right, so what is the village's position with these?
So the second one, 22-1499, we're opposing just because
That's
of the
$750,
amount.
yeah, that's
it's
not worth the money, so.
It costs the village way more to get through this whole process than $750. We're amenable to reduction in 22-1221. We'd be willing to reduce it to $1,821.94, payable within 90 days, which would be
which one was that?
22-1221.
And how much do we go to?
1821.94 by, they're trying to give me a date now, this is 90 days out.
8/10 is 90 days, August 10th.
We'll just use that. All right, we're skipping 1499 because we know what I'm going to do with that. 22-1697.
Yeah, these last two are more difficult because they're repeat violations. So typically, in some instances, we completely oppose reduction. We're not opposing reduction in these, but the amount is a little different. So our number on 22-1697 would be $4,557.68 by 8/10. And the last case, 21-0280, is a much higher fine amount. So again, we're not opposing reduction, but the number would be $9,850.22 payable by 8/10.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I appreciate it.
Granted. Well, actually, I take that back. Granted, denied, granted.
Thank you.
Because I'm denying the 750.
Okay, thank you.
Because the attorney's fees will eat that up in a heartbeat. So, with the others, Did you write down the amounts? You
I
want
wrote
to?
them down, but you guys send an order to
You'll get
my
four.
corporate
You'll get
office.
4 orders. Yep.
Okay, and they'll pay it. They always pay everything. So
It's a wonderful world. Okay.
Yeah.
Have a good evening.
all right.
Thank
My order
you.
ticket.
And I'm not sure who the last person is. I don't know who these 2 people are.
All right, we have 2 strays in here. Let's take care of them.
We don't know who they are.
Oh.
861, I'm sorry.
I don't know who they are.
Azalea and 769 Camilla. She's first. Okay.
Which one is it? What page?
Page 1.
Oh, 861. Okay. All right. First case. It's a fine assessment hearing. 22-1645. 861 Azalea Drive, Sears Saint Manouche.
We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation, an affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. Exhibit 3, permit information.
I'm lucky I don't get motion sick.
I'm sorry, are there pictures or no?
No, I'm sorry. Sorry you got sick or nothing.
All right, so we have pavers done without a permit. Ma'am, what's your name?
Manoj Sensei.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, those documents I just handed you are the village's exhibits we'd like to enter into the record. Do you have any objection to the papers? It's the previous order finding violation, the notice documentation for tonight's hearing. Any objection to that documentation? No. Thank you.
All right, so we have, admitted without objection, we have a building installed paver patio at rear of home 2623. Is that a permit or what?
She's been. Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah, there's permits in the backyard, and she's been coming in trying to get it all done. So I think she's here to ask for more time.
Okay. So you've been working with her?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, we all.
So we're all going to give her some more time? How much time are we going to give her?
I don't know. Do we have recommendation on time?
Are we going to do the 629 thing for status/fine?
Yes, we could do that. What do you think, Connor? Is that?
That gives her enough time.
Yeah. 629.
712, 25 status/fine. I'm not doing a fine right now. We're doing a status hearing basically next month. Hopefully it'll give you enough time to get your permits issued so you'll be out of trouble.
Okay, thank you guys.
Just keep an eye on your email in case anything else comes back.
Yeah,
so you
make
can-
sure you are Hunter's best
Okay.
buddy.
Call Hunter or call me, and we will help you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Have a good night.
Thank you. All right, and that leaves us
You've done a lot for her, and I appreciate it.
another one. 17, 18.
Okay.
Who is this one?
769.
Number 4.
I may be silly. My blood sugar's 50 right now, according to my sensor.
Do you want to sit down?
Yeah.
If there's a chair right behind you.
I already snuck out, ate a banana, and
Okay.
chewed all my glucose tablets. As long
It'll
as
be
I-
quick.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Let me just read it in. Hold on.
We would like to enter the
Hold on.
following.
Hold on. I didn't read it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
22-1774, 769 Camellia Drive, Stephen J. Broadhead.
We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures.
All right, affidavit of service is service. Go ahead.
We're just going to ask for more time, Doug.
That's fine.
He's almost done.
He's almost done.
Yeah.
He's working on it.
Yep.
Besides, I'm very sympathetic. I'm about to paint mine too. Yeah, it's a pain in the paint.
I had communicated with Inspector Foley, and it looked like I had about 4 hours of work to finish what we agreed on would pass. And then I
Okay,
had it-
well, they're doing 629, 712.
Actually, 61614.
All right, 61614.
And maintain the $25 day.
$712.
Okay. 629 or 712.
So you made me scratch it out. I have to scratch this one out and scratch it back in. All right, 629, 712. Call the wonderful Miss Dina there when
Can
you're
we-
done.
Can we do that just in case something comes up? Can we do status /
I'm
fine?
very more than happy. Status fine.
Thank you.
And that way we can follow through with yours when you're done. Keep in touch with Dina. Second you get it done, give her a call so she can say yay.
And sir, do you have any objection to those documents I gave you? They're the notice documents for tonight. Thank you,
Been
sir.
without objection, service is good, life goes on.
Thank you.
You get an order in the mail, you have until the end of June.
Pay,
Get another banana.
pay fine for now.
No fine for now, you're fine.
You'll be done. You're on a.
You're almost there. It's all good.
34 years diabetic. I got a scrape under my big toe, and I had seen Dr. Freed over here at South Florida Foot and Ankle. I got follow-up tomorrow. It was looking like he may have to amputate my toe, so that's what stopped me from getting the work finished.
Take care of your toes.
Be careful. Don't worry about this. Do that, and just call us if something comes up.
I would think, hopefully, if the weather agrees, this weekend I'm done. Every time I've had time and energy, the rains came for.
Well, you're almost
I'm
done.
working on my Mustang right now, and every time I try to do something to that car, my truck breaks, my Jeep breaks, it all just falls apart in front of me. So
Get one of those Ram TRX pickups. They pop wheelies.
I've got a '68 Jeep. It's a good enough tough vehicle for me. My Mustang's fast enough. My Mercedes is cool enough. I'm good.
So I'm done.
We're done.
Thank you, sir. Can we take a 2-minute recess?
We'll mail another thing with.
Of course. This is the first time in a dozen years Mitty's asked for a recess. Usually it's me going, all right, can we take 2 minutes? What are we stopping for?
No point in being miserable on this one.
All right. Question is Burger King or Bud's?
Buds.
You know, they make a really good fish sandwich.
Yeah.
You know, I was surprised that they just built that Burger King. Where is that on?
Oh, over by Wawa?
Southern.
I thought Burger Kings were like.
Going at it.
And then they built a brand new burger. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
The one that's on North Lake Boulevard. I'd never even seen a car in the
No,
place for 10 years.
We were on break, but we came back. didn't
fast.
notice. We're not noticeable.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
My marks to go.
Ready.
I think so. All right, we're going to go back to the agenda. Fine assessment hearings. The first case is 22-1703-882 Hibiscus Drive, Nickinson, Cassis, and Jean Nordelis.
We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 3, pictures.
Affidavit of service means you have service. What would you like?
This one's been out of compliance for 13 days, so we're asking for 325 and continuing.
325 plus continuing is granted.
Thank you.
22-1755, 11845 Balsam Drive, Juana M. Machado Estate, Sonia L. Bachara, Minerva Nall. It's supposed to be Maria C. Pease, Orlando Pease, and Sandra Savori.
We'd
Take out
like
the C and Maria.
We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 3, pictures.
Okay, gate in disrepair, gotcha. Debris in the yard. You'll tell me about it. There's debris in the yard. I really can't see the picture. Say yes.
Yes, it's in
Thank
the
you.
rear yard.
Okay.
This one again's been out for 13 days, so 325 and continuing.
325 is granted.
Thank you.
22-1749, 257 Las Palmas Street, Mercedes R. Cruz and Roberto A. Cruz.
Like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
Signed green card equals service.
This one, code section 12.4C, which is the garbage can, is going to be a continue to comply, but the remaining section has been out for,
325 plus continuing?
no, it's 125 plus continuing, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so that's 5 days. So 125 and
125
continuing.
plus continuing. At least that's a different number for you to look for. Granted.
Thank you. Next is 22-1824, 253 Las Palmas Street, Lisa R. Seeley.
Like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures. Exhibit 4, affidavit of compliance.
Finding fact?
Nope.
No, this one
No
was
fact.
out for a few days. It was out again for 6 days, so another 125, but not
125, no
continuing.
continuing.
Right.
That's a good one. Well, that's a motivation. 125, no continuing.
Thank you. 22-1876, 109 Sherwood Drive, Progress Residential Borrower 1 LLC.
Like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding
I
violation.
saw Grant and I'm like, it's Willie. I know this guy.
Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information. We'll call him up and tell him to get a fence permit and his fence fixed.
Well, Willie and I'll have lunch someday. We'll talk.
Okay.
All right. So how much is this? 325?
This is 325, 13 days of noncompliance.
Granted. 325 plus continuing is granted.
22-1916, 149 Beleza Terrace, Leah Clytus and Joseph Mengetes.
I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, picture. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information. And Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
I thought he showed up. When I looked at my order, he did show up. He took care of it. Like, did you
Little
rip
late.
it down?
Little late.
Yeah, this one was out for 10 days, so 250 and not continuing.
He did get the
250,
permit.
continuing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
22-1743, 10719 Southern Boulevard, SST2 10719 Southern Boulevard, LLC, PTA EX number 8665.
Well, they really don't want their code enforcement liens to spread, do they? No. We'll make up a name for everybody. We will spend more on division of corporations than we ever would on code enforcement.
I would like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, order permitting abatement. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 3, our cost sheet from Public Works.
So how much cost to patch holes?
$839.80.
839
And then we're also asking for 206 for our administrative costs.
plus 206.
But our fine is still running because the potholes were just like cold patch. They're not
Fine is-
properly, when it rains and as cars drive over them, they're gonna.
It'll eat them up. Eventually, it'll fall apart. But right now, we're talking about 5, 4.
Yes.
So we're talking about 1,045.80 plus
We already have a fine running.
That's a
Plus the fine
separate,
running,
yeah, that's
so.
a separate order.
Okay,
So this is
1,040.
just the abatement cost assessment.
Should have sent them over to Belvedere.
Thank you. Next, page 3, violation hearings. 23-0027-1036 Grandview Circle, Verna D. Rooney and Valerie J. Tong.
Okay, car. I used to play car or truck with Lou. Disabled vehicle. Is it car or truck? Car. I'm going car this time. I'll probably leave it on.
Car, you're right.
Ah, got it. Gotta do something to
Okay.
keep these things exciting.
Oh, you know what? I didn't get ready. I'm sorry. Can you just give me a sec?
Oh.
Oh, you know what? Never mind, because I didn't put pictures. Oh, well, you don't need pictures. Oh, you know what? Here, just give him one. I don't.
Do you talk to yourself a lot?
I do, actually.
You're
Okay,
under oath.
let's
You know
just.
you have to tell yourself the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. All right, you have a signed green card. Oh, you have a green
wait.
card. Received by.
Code section 14-4A, disabled vehicle. I observed this on 1/13/23. The notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 1/17/23 and posted. The notice of hearing was sent out certified mail on 3/21/23 and was also posted. We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing and affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
Okay, it's a Oldsmobile Cutlass, approximately 1968 to 71.
so.
My mother had one. It was lovely. I was sad when she let it go.
Yeah.
See? Small world. What would you like?
Compliance by 6/29 or the 7/12 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
My daughter's looking for a car. Take to Florida State. She would not pick that one. See, I'd like it. It's right in my wheelhouse.
All right, next, top of page 4, case 23-0064 is being pulled. 20. Yeah, a lot of them are being pulled. 23-0067, 11650
Now she's
Balsam
laughing at
Drive.
herself.
David Portilla and Tammy Fonts Sanchez.
Okay. Code section 622-105.5, permit 22-1502 is expired. This was written on 1/25/23. The notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 1/26/23 and was posted. The notice of hearing was sent out certified mail on 4/1/23 and was also posted. We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing and affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, permit information. Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
Permit extension approved, RHEF 42723. See, I don't know how to read these things.
We're asking just for finding of fact.
Finding of fact is granted.
Thank you.
Thank you. 23-0266, 136 Santa Monica Avenue, Progress Residential Borrower 10 LLC.
Code section 06-190A1, 3, 5, and 12-4C, sidewalk, driveway, or stained garbage can in public view. I observed this on 3/23/23. The notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 3/24/23 and was signed for on 3/29/23. The notice of hearing was sent out certified mail on 4/21/23 and was signed for on 4/26/23. We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
Now, did he go and clean that? I think I kind of remember the noise. He's across the street.
The sidewalk, which is subpart 5 of 06190A, that's a finding of fact.
Okay, and what's the other problem is the garbage can?
Yes.
And the driveway's not fixed, right?
Oh, yeah, the driveway isn't finished.
Oh, okay.
So the other sections we're asking for compliance by 6/1 or the 6/14 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
I
My
think
wife
they're
will
in
be
the middle
amused.
of doing it. I think maybe the rain, I don't know. Because half of it's done.
Yeah, I kind of heard him out there. I'm like, oh, look, he's doing the sidewalk finally.
Yeah, the sidewalk was pretty bad.
Yeah. All right, 621, 614, 25 is granted. Next.
Just 6/1, 6/14.
6-1, 6-14, 25.
Yeah, thank you. 23-0290 is being pulled.
Good.
23-0291 is being pulled.
Oh, a roll.
22-1680, 278 La Mancha Avenue, David R. Macaron and Jessica L. Morrison.
The good news is the monograms still work. Is that like your power walking thing?
Yeah.
Heel toe, heel toe.
Have a bad knee. Code section 2657, shed without a permit. I observed this violation 10/17/22. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail 10/25/22. It was signed on 10/28/22. Sent out notice of hearing on 2/24/23. It was signed on 2/27/23. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information. Exhibit 5, pictures.
I bet he was harassed interminably in elementary school. Macaroni.
Probably.
What would you like?
This one we're asking for compliance by 6/29 or the 7/12 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
22-1915, 179 Rivera Avenue, Natalia Geraldo, Juan F. Carmona Gallego, and Alejandra M. Vasquez.
1571, 15141, dead tree. I observed this violation on 12/6/22. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 12/29/22. Posted it to the property. Sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 4/4/23. Posted that to the property. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, AS400 permit information.
All right, so you have service via posting. What do you want?
This one, the
699?
06190A, which is the fence and disrepair, is being stricken.
Stricken 6198 gone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Yep, that's being stricken. 15141 is a finding of fact.
Is that the dead tree?
No, that was the removal of the tree, but they didn't get a permit, so they still need to get a permit. And now we're asking for compliance by 6/29 or the 7/12 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Okay. 629, 712, 25 granted.
Thank you. 23-0019, 125 Barcelona Drive, Land Trust Assistance LLC trustee.
Code section 622, 108.4, replace water heater without permit. Observed this violation on 1/12/23. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 1/13/23. Posted it to the property. Sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 3/6/23. Posted that as well. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, AS400 permit information. Exhibit 6, affidavit of compliance.
Okay. I bet they did a lot more than just the water tank with
They
that.
did.
that
They got
truck there,
another
but-
case.
but
This one
hey,
we're just asking for finding of fact.
finding of fact is granted.
Thank you.
23-0038, 1102 Stardust Way, Thomas Riccobono and Alexandria Scalise.
Code sections 2657, canopy carport without a permit. I observed this violation on 1/18/23. Sent out notice of violation on 1/20/23. Spoke with the owner. Sent out a notice of hearing, certified mail on 4/11/23. Can't read my writing. Sorry. And posted that to the property. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, AS400 permit information.
All right, service via posting. You can go.
This one we're asking for compliance by 6/29 or the 7/12 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
23-0042, 215 Las Palmas Street, KHL Trust and Chris Kokoroff.
Code section
Trustee, sorry.
14.2, 14.4, 12.4C, 06190A3, miscellaneous items in public view, disabled vehicle, garbage can in public view, driveway is stained. I observed this violation on 1/18/23, sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 1/20/23, posted it to the property, sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 4/4/23. It was returned on 4/8/23. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
The Mercedes is protecting part of that.
It is.
All right, what would you like? You have service via posting.
Again, compliance by 6/29 or the 7/12 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
23-0076, 126 Sparrow Drive, 19B, Rachel Moon.
Code Section 622-105.5, permit 220949 has expired. This was brought to my attention on 1/24/23, sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 1/25/23, posted it to the property, sent out notice of hearing on 3/21/23, it was returned on 3/24/23. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, AS 400 permit information.
So I think that the building department is emptying out their files. When they move over to the new city hall, they won't have
They
as
have
much
less.
to take, and they're just giving them to you, so you have
Very
to trot them
possible.
over. I think that's real.
They do it all the time, though.
And they still haven't taken the Oceans one.
No.
All right, 629-712-25 is granted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
23-0082, 225 Bella Vista Way, Calatraran, right?
Code Section 622-105.5, permit 221483 has expired. This was brought to my attention on 1/25/23. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 1/26/23.
It's working it through in the permutations. She's so good at pronouncing these
Sent
names.
out
I
notice
look
of
at them and
hearing
it's
on
like, yes, that's it. But this one I'm like,
23, posted it to the property. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, AS 400 permit information.
all that for finding a fact. Granted.
No,
Oh, you
nope.
good?
That's not a finding of fact.
We have affidavit of compliance, don't we, or no?
Affidavit. Do I?
AS 400 permit
Oh, I
information.
do.
You do?
Yeah.
Is that the
Yeah.
right? 120 Sparrow?
No, that's Sparrow.
That's the wrong one.
Oh, you gave me the wrong file.
Oh, I did give you the wrong one.
Well, there.
You wonder how. So,
Let's try this again.
That's the next one. That's why.
All right. So
Yeah,
I'll do,
that's
you
the
want me-
next case.
So you have the right file now?
I hope. I
Yes.
can do the other one. Just give
225 Bella
DNR
Vista
who's
Way.
finding a fact.
225 Bella Vista.
225 Bella, well,
Yes.
yeah, 2.25 Bella Vista. 225, right?
Yep. This one we're asking for compliance by 6/29 or the 7/12 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Okay, you have service via posting. There's nothing left in the building department's files, granted.
Thank you.
23-0083, 120 Sparrow Drive, number 114, Denora A. Shobin.
That's the one you were looking at.
Ah, that's the finding of fact. All right, you have
Code
service
Section
via
622-105.5, permit 190398 has expired. This was brought to my attention on 1/25/23, sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 1/26/23, posted it to the property. Sent out notice of hearing on 3/21/23, posted that to the property as well. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, AS 400 permit information. Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
All right, finding of fact is granted, but they kept this thing for like 4 years before they gave it to you, so they can clear their files out.
Well, hopefully they get their permit final this time.
Next one is 23-0088, 132 Santander Court, FKH SFR C1 LP.
Code section is 1541, 1571, 06190D, 98, and 92. Dead tree, planted areas are not maintained, hedges exceed allowable height, unapproved fence materials installed. I observed this violation on 1/25/23, sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 1/26/23, it was signed on 1/31/23, sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 3/6/23, that was signed on 3/10/23. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, AS 400 permit information.
I like the way they have 2 palms dead, like they went out and did it themselves or something. All right, you have signed green cards, you have service, what would you like?
This one again, compliance by 6/29 or the 7/12 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Thank you.
23-0099, 185 Dove Circle, Christina P. Owens and Dale V. Rhodes.
Code section is 9-1, installed a fence without a permit. I observed this violation on 1/30/23, sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 2/1/23. It was returned on 2/3/23, sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 3/29/23. It was delivered on 3/31/23. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, picture. Exhibit 5, AS400 permit information.
Okay. All right. Would you like, you have signed green cards?
This one again, compliance by 629 or the 712 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
23-0121, 169 Rivera Avenue, Teresa M. Ramirez.
Code sections 12-4C, garbage can in public view. Observe this violation on 2/10/23. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 2/13/23. It was delivered on 3/1/23. Sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 3/9/23. And it was delivered on 3/11/23. Like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, affidavit compliance.
The Hunter's staring at me like.
Oh, Rivera Court.
Rivera Court.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I was looking at the fence very carefully to see that there are actually hinges on a gate right next to that frickin' trash can. So it's not like you would have to put a gate there, you just have to push it back.
Finding of fact.
Finding of fact is granted.
Thank you.
One more real page, and we're out of here.
23-0133, 125 Barcelona Drive, Land Trust Assistance LLC trustee.
Code section 622-108.4, removed a window and enclosed and a door and enclosed without a permit. I observed the violation on 2/13/23, sent out a notice of violation, certified mail on 2/13/23, posted it to the property, sent out a notice of hearing, certified mail on 3/29/23, and they got that on 4/13/23. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, picture. Exhibit 5, AS400 permit information.
I wonder what they're doing with the ladder up there. They're going to do something nasty to the roof?
Probably. Who knows?
All right, what would you like?
Compliance by 629 or the 712 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
23-0155, 143 Bilbao Street, Corlos L. and Juan Me Goodman.
Code section 622-105.5, permit 213425 has expired. This was brought to my attention on 2/17/23. Sent out a notice of violation, certified mail on 2/17/23. I received it on 3/1/23. Sent out a notice of hearing on certified mail on 3/9/23. They received it on 3/14/23. Like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information. Exhibit 5, affidavit compliance.
Signed green cards equal service, finding of fact is granted.
Thank you. 23-0169, 110 Heron Parkway, Gregory Cloutier.
Code sections.
She's throwing the French pronunciation at us, too.
Yeah, she's good.
Not cloudier. It's like, what's that? Oh, God.
Not today.
Code sections 14.2, miscellaneous item in public view. I observed this violation on 2/23/23. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 2/24/23. They received it on 2/27/23. Sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 3/21/23. They got that on 3/23/23. Like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, affidavit compliance.
He finally let go of his fence.
Finally.
Okay.
Finding of fact, please.
Finding of fact is granted.
Thank you.
23-0177, 115 Raven Court, Margaret and Paul S. Mazzetti.
Code sections 2318B130619A5. Prohibited trailer parking on lawn, sidewalk is stained. I observed this violation on 2/24/23. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 3/2/23. They got that on 3/14/23. Sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 4/4/23. Got that on 4/12/23. Like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, picture.
Only one picture of the cool truck.
Yeah, the truck's cool. Trailer's prohibited. Too big.
Yeah, well, can't have one, not the other. Okay, what would you like?
Compliance by 629 or the 712 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
23-0182, 100 Pintail Court, Adrian Castillo and Courtney Dilly.
Code sections 12.4C, 14.206, 198.1, garbage can in public view, miscellaneous items in public view, garage doors in disrepair. I observed this violation on 3/1/23, sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 3/2/23, got that on 3/9/23, sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 4/4/23. It was returned on 4/6/23. Like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, picture.
Did you notice that the garage door is bent up about the same height as that bumper on that car?
Yeah.
I'd like to see the front of it. But okay, it's just curiosity. You have signed green cards, you have service. What would you like?
This one, 12.4C, which is the garbage can in public view, is a finding of fact. And for the remaining code sections, compliance by 6/29 or 7/12 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
23-0209, 420 La Mancha Avenue, Felix Merez Echeverria and Joan S. Moradel Echeverria.
Code sections 14.206-198.5, miscellaneous items in public view, sidewalk is stained. Observe this violation on 3/7/23. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 3/9/23. They got that on 3/11/23. Sent out a notice of hearing, certified mail on 4/4/23. It was delivered on 4/8/23. Like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
And they had some good bleach on that sidewalk too. That thing is shiny.
It is shiny.
Shiny, shiny. Finding facts.
Thank you.
And you got one more left? Or no, you got health safety too.
22-1842 is being pulled.
Now we
Health
get to
safety
health
welfare, 23-0432, 76 Sparrow Terrace, Daniel S. Davies.
Code sections 1557, grass and weeds exceed height allowed. Observe this violation on 4/27/23. Send out notice of violation, certified mail on 5/5/23, and hearing on 5/5/23. Both were posted to the property. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Notice of hearing, affidavit of service, USPS tracking. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures.
So this is the after photo?
No.
They're yard people and they're not yard people. Okay, what would you like
This
for,
one, we're asking for a one-time abatement.
286 or no
Then
more?
we'll come back for the fine assessment. This would just authorize the
Is the
abatement, and
abatement
then
order?
it'll allow for us to recover $80 for the abatement plus $206 in admin at a later hearing on June 14th.
June
Okay.
14th.
You got an order or is this got to
She
be?
does have an order, yes.
Granted and signed.
Thank you.
This is 10th, right?
Yes.
Couldn't just open up my phone or look at the first page of the agenda, but no.
And then one more health safety on the addendum. It's 23-0454, 819 Royal Palm Beach Boulevard, Margarita McPherson.
Code section 6191, 06190A, and 6193, sewage leak into the yard from broken plumbing pipes. I observed this on 5/4/23. The notice of violation and the notice of hearing were mailed out 5/4/23 and were also posted on the property. We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. And I have actual service on it.
Okay. Plug the pipes.
Yeah, so this is a significant health safety welfare issue, so we're asking for you to give the respondent 72 hours from the date of rendition of your order to comply. If they don't comply, either a fine of $250 per day or the latitude for the village to abate if necessary. Our hope is that they will fix the broken pipe, but if they don't, then we'll need the authority to abate.
And you have all this all done in an order?
No, it'll be in an order.
Okay. All right, 72 hours.
From the date of that you sign your order, because we want to be reasonable that 72 hours from this moment, you won't even have barely signed the orders. They won't get out in the mail.
So I get to put down the exact time I signed the order too.
Right.
Seriously. I mean, if you're going to do 72 hours, I got to go signed at noon or whatever.
And the village is going to make every effort to also get a copy to them faster than the certified mailing goes.
Well, you just post it there. As soon as I sign it, just run it by and say hi.
Right.
Okay, granted.
But because it's a health
Well, it's
safety
a
issue, it
rental
can't.
property,
Yeah, it can't stay like that.
Yeah. No, someone needs to be responsible for it.
be up compliance within 72 hours of the date he signs the order, or $250 per day fine, and the authority for the village to abate if necessary. And I'll also add the 6/14 hearing date in the event that either fine assessment is needed or an abatement assessment order is needed.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Granted.
Thank
Anything
you.
further to be brought? Do I have minutes to sign? From March?
Thank
That's
you.
all right. You can always sign them when I sign orders and, okay. Or you could just let me sign them in next week and I'll acknowledge that they were signed at the hearing. Whatever works for you. I'm just offering alternatives. 'Cause I'll be in a couple days. Are we good? Everyone good? I finished my water. Life is good. And it is 8:11. Not horrible. We got a lot of people. I was up to number 19.